the door, I'm home at last, and I'm soaking through and through. And then you handed me a towel, and all I see is you. And even if my house falls down now, I wouldn't have a clue, because you're near me. And I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. And just to be with you is having the best day of my life. And I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. And just to be with you is having the best day of my life.
This is Nationwide 90 FM, owned and operated by Nationwide News Network Limited. We broadcast from our studios at 14 Ocean Boulevard in the Digicel Center, downtown Kingston, Jamaica, transmitting on the FM 90 band, 90.3 from Peters Rock in St. Andrew and Murphy Hill in St. Anne, serving Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Anne, parts of Clarendon, St. Mary and St. Thomas. 90.5 from Huntley in Manchester, transmitting to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Clarendon, rural St. Andrew and parts of St. Thomas, and 90.7 from Cooper's Hill in St. Andrew and Flower Hill in St. James, serving Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, sections of Trelawney, Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Mary, Portland and St. Anne. Nationwide 90 FM also broadcast on YouTube at Nationwide 90 FM Live and on Flow at Channel 916. Nationwide 90 FM, a new revolution in media.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6 o'clock.
From the studios of Nationwide Radio, morning radio the right way. It's Nationwide This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Robeanne Williams. Coming up in the news this morning, Friday, June 26, 2026. The Jamaica Chamber of Commerce wants the government to consider a dedicated anti-corruption unit amid IC report involving Dr. Andrew Wheatley. Administrators at St. Elizabeth Technical insist indiscipline will not be allowed to take root at the school. JCF reveals that more than 700,000 traffic tickets were issued across the island in 2025. In regional news, two held after ATM backhoe robbery attempt in Trinidad and Tobago. In international news, two typhoons bear down on Japan. In the sports report, Norway against France in Boston at 2 p.m. is the pick of the bunch in Friday's 6 scheduled FIFA games. And in business, royal public funding in the UK to double to £100 million sterling. The details after the break.
You know, it's a joke thing every time you don't use a T-tag. I mean, with a T-tag, your 10th trip every week is free. And for every trip after that for the same week, it's 10% off. So you wait, Pam. Get your T-tag today and drive like the winner you are, every time.
Save money and save time. If you don't have a tag, you will waste time. Yeah, your seatbelt buckle and you're driving safe. Use up your T-tag, drive and save.
Drive like the winner you deserve to be with the T-tag every time.
Catch the first news of the day. A comprehensive package of local, international, sports, and business news. The news at 6 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. The Jamaica Chamber of Commerce JCC is calling on the government to establish a dedicated anti-corruption unit following the Integrity Commission's report recommending that Cabinet Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley be charged. The report tabled in the House of Representatives on June 17 recommends that Dr. Wheatley be charged with 4 offenses including illicit enrichment. Investigators concluded he held assets of approximately $164 million, disproportionate to his lawful earnings between 2013 and 2022. Dr. Wheatley has rejected the findings as false and misleading and says he will contest them in court. Mahiri Stewart tells us more.
In a statement Thursday, the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce said it respects the independence and constitutional mandate of the Integrity Commission and takes seriously any findings it makes in the lawful exercise of its functions. At the same time, the Chamber affirmed its commitment to the rule of law, due process, and natural justice. The JCC says it's noteworthy that anyone who is the subject of proceedings should be given a fair opportunity to answer the allegations against them before conclusions are drawn. The organization also says it has observed that Integrity Commission reports raising concerns about members of both major political parties have not always resulted in timely or transparent conclusions. It says where serious allegations remain unresolved for extended periods, public confidence in accountability and justice is weakened. The Chamber argues that the moment should be used to examine whether the current systems are robust enough to deliver a fair, transparent, and expeditious process for addressing corruption allegations while preserving the rule of law and natural justice. The Chamber says that as of 2024, 29 countries had courts dealing solely with anti-corruption cases. It's suggesting Jamaica should consider becoming the 30th. It said it would welcome and take part in a broad review of the existing process, including input from civil society and the private sector. This would address any structural issues preventing the timely and definitive resolution of such matters. The Chamber also called on the government to take all necessary steps to preserve public confidence in the integrity of public office while respecting the constitutional rights of all parties. The body, headed by President Emile Liba, says it would continue to monitor developments and reserved the right to comment further. Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
Administrators at St. Elizabeth Technical High School Stet says indiscipline will not be allowed to take root at the institution. The warning was issued by Principal Keith Wellington at the school's graduation ceremony on Thursday. It comes weeks after a series of violent incidents among students forced the closure of the school for 2 days in May.
There was an incident just about 5 weeks ago on the campus, and that incident was something that we do not ever want to see happening here again. And in the presence of the minister and the board chairman, I'm going to make it public. We are insistent that States must be a safe place for every single person who walks through this gate. Anyone who jeopardizes the safety of any other member on this campus will not be welcome here.
Principal Wellington says there's an avenue of recourse for students excluded from school for bad behavior. Still, he declared that undisciplined students will not be welcome.
If your child, if your children is unwilling or unable to comply with the requirements of this school, the standards that we have tried to build and uphold, they are not going to be welcome here. We are not abdicating ourselves of the responsibility to ensure that students who don't know how to behave learn to behave. We're not taking away the responsibility from ourselves. But we believe that as a school, we do the things that are necessary to teach students. And so parents, I want to reassure you that we will continue to make States a safe place for your child. We will continue to make you proud of the uniform that your child wears. And secondly, those who cannot live up to the standards we expect of them will be uncomfortable here or will not be here any at all.
That's Keith Wellington, principal of St. Elizabeth Technical High School, Stets. Meanwhile, Education Minister Senator Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon says there's no room for violence at Stets or any other school. She says the school has the ministry's support on a zero-tolerance approach to violence.
Mr. Paul, you mentioned some of the issues in safety and violence here. And parents, I need you to support the school administration, like the Ministry of Education will be supporting the school in saying we have a zero tolerance for violence. There is no room for violence in an institution like this or any institution. And so I support the school administration in doing what they have to do, in making difficult choices, because we have to maintain the standards.
Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, Education Minister. More than 700,000 traffic tickets were issued by the police last year. This was disclosed by head of the JCF Strategic Operations Portfolio, Dr. Gary McKenzie.
The police force over the past 5 years have issued an average of over 500,000 tickets every year. In fact, in 2025, the police force issued 720,000 traffic tickets. And in 2024, it was 685,000.
Motorists with outstanding traffic tickets have until September 30 this year to clear their records. This as the government is set to enforce its demerit point system come October 1. The demerit system is aimed at deterring motorists from breaching the Road Traffic Act. ACP McKenzie says the police will ensure strict compliance.
We have been lagging behind a bit in terms of ensuring that the demerit points function as how they should. We are very happy that we are getting to the point where demerit points will mean something. We are ready and we are always willing to ensure that we carry out our responsibilities of enforcement. But we prefer that persons abide by the rules and drive properly on our roads. We, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, we are committing that we will continue to enforce. We know that if the system works properly, compliance will be improved.
ACP Dr. Gary McKenzie, head of the JCF Strategic Operations Portfolio. He was speaking at a media briefing at the Transport Ministry's head office in New Kingston on Thursday. Meanwhile, Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, NRSC, Dr. Lucian Jones, has welcomed the demerit point system. Dr. Jones was speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Thursday evening.
What the demerit point system will do, if we use it effectively, is that it will say to drivers that if you continue to drive recklessly, which is one of the big problems we have in Jamaica, if you accumulate tickets, and if you commit an infraction which carries with it demerit points to be attached to your license, if you exceed the prescribed number, you stand to get your license suspended. As the numbers go up, you can have your license suspended for a longer period of time.
Dr. Jones says the system implementation is an answered prayer for the NRSC.
Based on how Jamaicans have behaved in recent times in terms of collecting tickets like confetti and still being able to drive, I believe seriously that this is a big move. The National Road Safety Council has been on a record calling for this to be introduced for a long time now. It was originally part of the Road Traffic Act. For reasons it has been delayed, and now we are here and it will happen in September. It's a big move, and we are happy that it is there. We are not happy that it's taken so long, but we're happy that we are finally reached this point.
Dr. Lucian Jones, Vice Chairman of the NRSC. Churches that missed out on applying for the post-Hurricane Melissa cleanup grants could get another opportunity. Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie says he may have to hold discussions to see whether accommodations can be made for those institutions. He was speaking on Cliff Hughes Online with host George Davis on Thursday during a grant presentation ceremony under the government's Community Church Cleanup and Restoration Initiative at the Darlaston Holiness Christian Church in Westmoreland.
The last stop in this phase, but I got about 20 saying, look, I didn't get on, and...
I missed the application period I want the assistance too.
Right, and this is something that we will have to consider, I'll have to have some discussions.
Thursday's ceremony saw 102 churches in the parish receiving $18.7 million. It makes Westmoreland the largest of the parishes to benefit from the government's $75 million program. Over 6,000 churches were impacted by Hurricane Melissa last October. Minister McKenzie says an additional sum has also been allocated to further assist the churches across two parishes.
We have to maintain the values of our church. And again, we make no apologies for supporting the church in whatever way we can as a government. And that is why I announce an additional $50 million will be provided to cover the parishes of Clarendon and St. Anne that were affected by the passage of Hurricane Melissa.
Desmond McKenzie, Minister of Local Government and Community Development. Chairman of the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica, BCJ, Professor Lloyd Waller, says small island developing states, SIDS, cannot afford to be left behind as technology evolves. Speaking at the BCJ's 40th anniversary conference at the AC Hotel in Kingston on Thursday, Professor Waller says SIDS must capitalize on the opportunities the evolving technology is creating.
First time in human history, anyone in here has the opportunity to have a conversation with an AI and out of that conversation create an application that they can sell to 1 million people, where you have 1 million persons subscribing $1 a month for that application. You know, the opportunities are just there. As someone who studies technology, I'm always concerned about small island developing states being latecomers. In this particular instance, my friends, being a latecomer works against us because the technology is moving rapidly, the things are changing, so we have to jump and capitalize.
He pointed to the untapped opportunities available to broadcasters, especially on social media sites like TikTok.
When you see the explosion of the use of TikTok as a communication mechanism, as an information sharing medium, as a communication benchmark, even right now, research in terms of looking at how people use different products, you know, bots are using TikTok to collect data, just to show you how powerful this source is. I've done some work with TikTok and I can tell you, it is a money-making machine, an absolute money-making machine, and it's very unfortunate that they have the opportunity to capture and manipulate the culture of countries around the world when we have the opportunity here to do that kind of transition as broadcasters. You know, we need to start to think outside of the box. We need to destroy the box because the world has changed in a way in which it is unimaginable to think about the things that you can do today.
Professor Lloyd Waller, Chairman of the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica. 8 million deepfake incidents were recorded worldwide last year. A deepfake is an image, video, or audio recording fabricated or altered using artificial intelligence, AI. According to Chairman of the Broadcast Authority in Barbados, Dr. Alison Leacock, public figures are using this as an excuse to escape accountability.
Tracked deepfake incidents worldwide have leapt from roughly 500,000 in 2023 to 8 million in 2025. That is a 9-fold increase in just 2 years. Industry shifts are taking place. Deepfake fraud attempts hit identity verification systems at a rate of 1 every 5 minutes globally. Public figures now abuse the liar's dividend by claiming authentic investigative footage or recordings are simply AI-generated deepfakes to escape accountability. Analysts are now projecting that as much as 90% of online content could be synthetically generated.
Dr. Leacock disclosed the findings at the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica's 40th anniversary conference at the AC Hotel in Kingston on Thursday. She says Caribbean broadcasting regulators must now shift from censoring content to proving that it is real.
Picture it close to home. A cloned voice of a prime minister announcing an evacuation that is not happening in the middle of hurricane season on islands where a false alarm costs lives. That's not science fiction. That is next year's newsroom emergency. So, what is our influence? Our influence has to be, and I want to suggest this, that the job of a Caribbean broadcasting regulator in this decade is no longer to be the censor of content. It is to become the guarantor of authenticity, the institution that can prove what is real.
Dr. Alison Leacock, Chairman of the Broadcast Authority in Barbados. That's it for the local news segment. Regional and International is up next.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:18.
The JTA Sagicor National Athletics Championships, Friday, June 26, Saturday, June 27 at 10 a.m.
Hi, I'm Shanoya Douglas, under 20 200-meter World Championship silver medalist, patron of this year's JTA Sagicor National Athletics Championships. Join me as we cheer on Jamaica's future stars.
Don't miss the excitement on the track, plus to heat things up even more, live entertainment by Lali. It all starts here.
See you there.
In regional news, 2 people are now in police custody following an ATM robbery in Plymouth, Tobago. Reports are that 5 men using a stolen backhoe and a truck attempted to cart off an ATM machine in the village shortly after 2 a.m. Trinidad media report that one of the men was wearing a costume similar to comic book character Batman. The incident was caught on CCTV and went viral on social media. The police say a search is underway for the remaining 3 men. A statement from First Citizens Bank on social media said the ATM has since been decommissioned and advised customers to use other ATMs or banking channels. A rare formation of double typhoons is expected to travel northward over the Pacific Ocean and approach Honshu on the main island of Japan on the weekend. Meteorologists say typhoons number 7 and 8 are expected to travel side by side. They are likely to intensify the seasonal rain front, raising concerns about heavy and potentially dangerous rainfall. This year, typhoons have developed every month since January. This included typhoon number 6 that approached and made landfall in Japan in early June. That's it for regional and international sports. Is up next.
Upgrade your home or business with Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Explore a range of termite-resistant plywood, quartz, solid surface, and granite. Experience timeless elegance with our cedar doors, crafted from premium cedar stock, kiln-dried for durability and beauty. For quality and craftsmanship, visit us at the Trade Center Kingston 10 or Hatfield Mandeville. Call 876-963-0628-30. Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Transform your space today.
Fake goods, cheap, but the cost high. Crime, revenue loss, unsafe products, Jamaica pay the price. No tax means less money for road, health and safety. And fake goods put your life in danger daily. If acknowledge it, don't support it. If you see illicit products, make sure you report it.
In minutes, you're covered with Scotia Protect. In minutes, you're covered with Scotia Protect. It's the best you can get, and you won't have to fret. Oh no, no long forms, no long waiting, just a few clicks, no time wasting. Get coverage for your home and auto, quick, no hesitating. With Scotia Protect. Get home and auto insurance online in minutes with Scotia Protect. Powered by GK Insurance. Visit scotiaprotect.com today. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Nationwide's World Cup Team Profile. Brought to you by the UDC, making development happen.
Ghana, the Black Stars, have appeared in the finals of the FIFA World Cup on 4 previous occasions, 2006, 2010, where they reached the quarterfinals, 2014 and 2022. They will make a 5th appearance of the upcoming tournament in 2026 and will represent one of Africa's best hopes. Ghana, the Black Stars, one of 48 countries, will be participating at the FIFA World Cup. And you can follow their progress right here on Nationwide 90 FM, who will have live and extended coverage of the greatest show on earth.
That was Nationwide's World Cup Team Profile. Brought to you by the UDC, making development happen.
In sports this morning, 3 more round of 32 spots were confirmed at the FIFA World Cup finals late on Thursday. Group F was finally settled after Netherlands beat Tunisia 3-1 to finish on top, and Japan drawing 1-1 with Sweden to take second place. Japan will face Brazil on Monday, and Netherlands are up against Morocco. Host USA suffered a 3-2 defeat to Turkey, but still topped Group D ahead of Australia, who drew 0-0 with Paraguay. Norway against France in Boston at 2 p.m. is the pick of the bunch of Friday's 6-game schedule. The showdown will decide who wins Group I. Other games on Friday will see Senegal facing Iraq, Uruguay against Spain, Cape Verde against Saudi Arabia, New Zealand versus Belgium, and Egypt against Iran. And of course, Nationwide 90 FM will have live coverage throughout the day. The West Indies will continue their reply to Sri Lanka's 308 all-out on day 2 of the first cricket test in Antigua. Play gets underway at 9 a.m. Jamaica time. The Windies faced just 1 over near the close on day 1, with openers John Campbell and Brandon King yet to get off the mark. Sri Lanka captain Dhananya De Silva highlighted the opening day with a brilliant 120 from 168 balls as the tourists recovered from 42 for 3 at one stage. Now, Justin Greaves ended with 3 for 39. There were 2 wickets each for Shamar Joseph, Elzari Joseph, and Kemar Roach, who is now just 4 wickets away from becoming the 5th West Indies bowler to take 300 test wickets. Olympic bronze medalist Rajendra Campbell broke the national men's shot put record for a second time in just over a month, competing at the Memorial World Athletics Continental Tour Gold meeting on Thursday. Campbell threw 22.44 meters to eclipse the 34 meters he did in China on May 23. The meet continues on Friday with Thompson Hera and Brianna Liston in the women's 100-meter. Rochelle Clayton will, for the 3rd time this season, face Slovak star Emma Zapeltolatova in the women's 400-meter hurdles. Stacey Ann Williams is entered for the women's 400-meter. The business report is up next.
Every great project starts at Creative Building Finishes, Jamaica's only choice for the best tiles, best bathrooms, and best kitchens. Whether you're designing, building, renovating, or selecting materials for your next project, we offer exceptional quality, standout designs, and expert guidance you can trust. Visit our showroom in Kingston or Traxall, or explore full range online at www.creativebuildingfinishes.com. Creative Building Finishes, your beautiful finish begins here.
In business this morning, King Charles has become the first monarch to reveal their tax bill, disclosing figures that show he paid £12.9 million sterling in tax for 2024-2025. This places him among the top 100 UK taxpayers. The Prince of Wales declared he paid £7.76 million in tax over the same period. The annual royal report and accounts also show that the King and Queen Camilla will continue to live in Clarence House and not move into Buckingham Palace. Meanwhile, the accounts show that the main source of annual public funding for the royal household, the core element of the sovereign grant, will nearly double within 3 years to just under £100 million sterling by 2027-2028. The sovereign grant for 2024-25 was 86.3 mil, with 51.8 mil of it going towards core spending and an extra 34.5 mil funding Buckingham Palace renovations. When this work is finished, the overall figure will fall from 137.9 mil to 99.9 mil, but this will be significantly higher than in previous years. Ryanair has changed its family seating policy to allow parents to sit next to their young children without paying a seat reservation fee after an investigation was opened. Adults traveling with children who do not wish to pay for a reserved seat will now be told of their free seat allocation after check-in, which Ryanair said was in line with most of the European airlines. Ryanair boss Michael O'Leary said it would reluctantly adjust to this industry standard, but insisted its long-standing policy fully complied with laws and had given families certainty. It comes after the Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, said it was looking into whether the policy was unfair under consumer law. The CMA said it would test whether the airline's new seating policy complies with the law and that its investigation continues. In foreign exchange trading this morning, let's get to that one. The Jamaican dollar will open against the benchmark US dollar, selling for an average $157.69. Against the Canadian, the Jamaican will open for an average $111.98. And finally, the Jamaican dollar will begin trading for an average $207.63 against the British pound. That's the business report this morning.
Apply today for your JUTC sub-franchise license. Operate legally, drive proud. Call 876-469-5326 for more information.
The time by the Jamaica Urban Transit Company is
6:30.
Them say it's a thrill, but speeding can cost up to $20,000 in a fine, or even your life. Observe the speed limit.
If you no want catch radam, drive good on TransJam. A message from TransJam Highways.
Hey, turn up to 25. Turn up to 25. Could I drive out fresh in a MG ride with a staycation all inclusive flex? Yeah. I touch a million cash. Yes. Smart TV, PS5, and home upgrade.
Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel. Sign up or switch to postpaid or Digicel Plus. Buy a SIM. Top up with 5 bills or more. Buy a 7-day plan or higher. A smartphone deal or just pay your bill. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Promotion period June 24 to September 5, 2026. Visit DigicelJamaica.com for terms and conditions.
Path beneficiaries. The June payment cycle is here and ready for collection. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to June 29, 2026. Be sure to follow the Ministry's official social media pages to find out when you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect on June 30 or July 1, 2026. For more information, call Path at 876-922-8013 or visit the Ministry's website at mlss.gov.jm. Path, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, the People's Ministry, leaving no one behind.
thing. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitch by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Saying, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitch by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Don't worry
about a thing.
Cause
I know someone could have sing. Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Hey, would I say pull up selector? Pull up selector.
No, I have to pull it up.
Wheel and come again. Wheel and come again.
No, morning. Good morning.
Morning to you, Sandre.
Good morning.
And good morning to those of you who are in Radio Land. Good morning. It's a Friday morning. Also to those on our YouTube channel. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. A special morning. You know, today is my favorite day. Today is my favorite day to be on Nationwide this morning. There's no better day like this day. It's Friday morning. And if you are in the hearing of my voice, you know, I'm excited on a Friday because on Friday mornings, you know, it is the weekend. Well, not only that.
I must stand up now and back off the jacket. For those of you who are watching on our YouTube, he's backing off his jacket, showing us his, whoa, is that number 28?
Yes.
Number 28, Roden. Whoa. Yeah, his jersey.
We're gonna be
custom made.
We're gonna be playing today.
Custom made.
And you know how it is. I'm just showing you. It's a bit cold in here, but I'm just showing you that today's the day. We cement our dominance. Yes, and I'm talking about France for those who are wondering. Today's the day we cement our dominance in this World Cup. When other teams are King, where's the flag? Where are the flags that we had here? There's a French flag above me right here.
It fell on the ground. King said it fell on the ground. King, which side do you support? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
King
Argentina. You say King a bandwagon is?
Yeah, King doesn't have a real team. a team that will actually win the World Cup.
Somebody in YouTube says, I hope they win. I think they're referring to France.
Who is hoping that they win?
I hope that France wins. I'm seeing a flag here.
No, there are many flags.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, you know, I was going to double jersey this morning. You're lucky.
Double jersey.
I was going to double jersey, but don't worry, I'll pick up the other one on my way today. You know, after we win the match, I'm just going to change into that other jersey just because.
Yeah. Watch out. Kimon is in the studio with her France flags. Watch Kimon coming in the studio with her France flags.
This is what we're talking about nationwide this morning. Our super editor, this is what we're talking about in studio. It is a French day.
Bonjour.
Comment ça va? Bonjour.
Je m'appelle Robian. That's all I know.
Yeah, but I say bonjour. Yeah.
Bonjour.
Yeah. Here you go. I don't even. No, I'll keep them. As a matter of. Yeah, we need to.
It's World Cup. Someone can ask you a question. Who France play? Cause I'm not in tune like that, you know. So.
they're playing a team that will put up a fight.
One side.
They're playing a team. I don't really like to talk about our competitors. The Norwegian team, they have a good team. So, it should be an interesting match.
Indeed.
It could be end to end, to be honest, based on how Norway played in the other games. But yeah, we are ready to go at 2 o'clock today. And I know for a fact that I'll depend on my players. Whether or not they start the A team, they can start the B team. The B team can still beat many A teams in the competition. They don't have to start Mbappe this match.
Yeah.
But if he starts, he's just racking up his goal count so that he can be the history maker as he has been
Optimism
before.
at its best. Sandre Roden.
Which team are you supporting, Robian?
Argentina. King and I are on the same side. Yeah. For once.
I'm paging Tana Thomas. We need to
boot out Robian.
I don't want to say it like that, Robian.
Because Robian
What I'll
subscribe
say
to
is,
your French.
What I'll say is, if Tana were here this morning,
yes,
she would, of course, agree with me on the realities that NTM supports France. And you can see it in the chat. Good morning to all those who are in the chat. As a matter of fact, if you're on our YouTube, you can go on to our NNN Radio Live and you can hit that subscribe button. I see that we have 1,200 plus people on our YouTube and growing.
Welcome.
Yeah, pleasant morning to you. Of course, for those you're on your way to work, school, wherever you're going today, I'm asking you to just tune in at 2 o'clock to that France match. That is what matters the most to me today, and I'm imposing on you. Well, if you have your team still in, big up, but I just hope your team doesn't meet the NTM team.
I see.
Which is France.
I see.
And Robin looks like she's been won over. Robin, just take this from me.
I don't think so. I'm not going to take that flag. I'm sorry. No. Yeah, so Sandre.
Yeah.
Do tell what's on your mind.
Well, the only thing on my mind this morning is really the French team.
As I can imagine.
And I don't think anything else really comes to the fore at this time when we think about all the important things in the world. But for one, though, there was an earthquake very recently, and we send our thoughts and prayers to the people of Venezuela. They're going through a tough time. I particularly saw the video of the airport.
Yes, and let's just tell the people that the BBC is now reporting that Venezuela earthquake, with an S because it was 2, has killed at least 235 people. That is devastation. That is devastating. That is terrible. On our prayers goes out to our prayers go out to the Venezuelan people, the people of Venezuela. Over there, still search and rescue team, doing what they can to find relatives of people who are there. It's truly sad.
Yeah,
just looking at the videos, looking at the all the emotion, everything just laying bare right there. It's really, really and truly sad.
Yeah, it's one of the most devastating earthquakes. And of course, that number, that death toll, as we see 235, they're still searching for survivors after the earthquake. The first video I saw, Robin, was that of the airport. Yeah, and crumbling and people running and the walls coming down, and that's something that we should never take for granted as a country that also has experienced some very tumultuous earthquakes in our own history. We shouldn't take for granted that reality, and which is why I'm glad that, I hope it's still the case. When I was in primary school, that's something we're taught, how to prepare for earthquakes, how to be ready to go under something to try and secure yourself, because it's just the reality. We're prone to earthquakes, hurricanes, and as climate changes, of course, we expect more intensity of these natural disasters.
And people tend to laugh at the fact that when an earthquake occurs, you're going under a table, going under a desk, maybe standing in the doorway post jam. People tend to take that as a laughing matter.
Yeah.
We Jamaicans, we tend to take everything for laughing matter and laugh every God Almighty thing.
That's true.
And it's, you should do the right thing. These are things that have been proven and tested. You should just do the right thing. Yeah, and as you say, from where I go primary school and them stuff there, we learn these things. So just do what you must.
Yeah. So my prayers and thoughts to the people in Venezuela, particularly in Caracas. Yeah, it is indeed a tough time for them.
Yeah. With everything that took place also, it's a little bit uncertain over there in Venezuela. With everything that went down, Maduro and all of that, Yeah. The pictures, the videos, it's devastating. I'm looking here at an aerial footage, yes? And it reveals the destruction in the coastal Venezuela. And I can tell you that it's terrible. It is terrible. Buildings crumbled, looking as though they weren't up straight. It is indeed devastating.
Yeah, that's one. Second thing that I've been seeing in the news, Robian, it's the UK. Of course, we've been talking about it all week, based on the resignation of Keir Starmer, and of course the expectation that Andy Burnham will be the next Prime Minister. They've had some tough questions from Kemi Badenoch, the opposition leader, in terms of the timeline that Keir Starmer had put in place to say, he'll be out by September. There's lots of criticism about that, asking, so why are you staying? If you're resigning, why not go?
Yes.
And of course, to the shock of many, Rachel Reeves came out in support of Andy Burnham. And, her statement was that she's a strong supporter of the outgoing Prime Minister, but I suspect they're trying to go along this unity front and not have another challenge. Because right now, what the BBC has been reporting on, and a lot of persons across the globe, is the amount of Prime Ministers, the UK has changed from 2016 to now.
One after the other, just happening.
Yeah. And that, even though democracy is democracy, that kind of represents instability when it comes on to democracy and changing. So there's no continuous policy position that you'd expect, because even though it's the same party in some cases, of course, the leadership changes how they'll do things, and there is some expected change from how Andy Burnham will do things differently from Keir Starmer. And if he doesn't, I suspect the calls will come again
for another resignation
and then another Prime Minister. So it's been a week.
It has been a week for people in the UK. Yeah. Well, there we have it. That's all on your mind, Sandra. You don't want nothing else. You don't want to close out with nothing else. No,
okay. That's it.
All right.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is...
It's 6:47.
JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union offers financial solutions for every stage in your life: savings, auto loans, mortgages, and more. The temperature by JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union, your financial partner for life, is
27 degrees Celsius in Kingston City, 28 degrees Celsius out west in Montego Bay, 24 degrees Celsius in the cool hills of Mandeville.
Living in shared spaces can bring challenges. That's why the Commission of Strata Corporations facilitates fair dispute resolution. Whether you're a proprietor or representing the corporation, you can apply using our online form. Our neutral forum allows issues to be fully aired and resolved under the guidance of the Act. We may also issue orders on matters like demolition of extensions, removal of unauthorized vehicles or animals, and varying excessive maintenance contributions. Apply for dispute resolution with the Commission today. Visit reb.gov.jm for more information.
The following safety tip is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace. Heading out with friends or family? Set a designated meeting spot in case you get separated and share your location with a trusted person when needed. A little preparation goes a long way in keeping everyone safe. The preceding safety tip was brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
Parents, guardians, let's keep school mornings moving. The National Rural School Bus Program is now cashless. So don't forget to top up your child's student transportation card. Top up easily at any Operation Bill Express location island-wide, or simply download the Tap Jamaica app for quick and convenient top-ups. Fast, simple, secure. No cash in hand. Just tap and ride. The National Rural School Bus Program, keeping our students moving every school day.
When you hear those horns, you know what time it is. It's time for Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Good morning to you, Ludlow.
Morning, sir. Morning, Sunday.
Yeah.
And morning, Royan.
Good morning, Ludlow.
I thought I would have heard three the hard way. I was with some more. Anyway, that's how it is. You sports fan. Anyway, the situation, those of you coming from that 9 coming around Reading Road, and then coming take switching for Line Road, because there are really good people that coming to that bridge here, like for Gateway, and then start Line Road, going all the way to the for Line and Washington.
Ludlow, we're not hearing you so clearly on air, Ludlow.
You're not hearing me clearly. All right, let me go to the. Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
Much better. Okay. I'm just saying it is pretty good movement from Mullines all the way to the intersection of Mullines Boulevard and even going to the Mullines Washington Boulevard and then even to Mullines to Cassia Park and going down to Walton Park Road. Now, if you go through Richmond Park, it is also pretty good going. Normally, Richmond Park with the building now, but it's good vehicular movement going through Richmond Park to get back onto Maxfield Avenue, which is not too bad at this particular point in time. Yes, you see a few vehicles there, but nothing to be alarmed about. So I'm saying at this point, you can make your way on that route. But if you're going from Mullines into Harper Street, then you'll be challenged as, the vehicles build going across from East Park onto South Roden Avenue. And, it's always busy at this time going through Harper Street. There we go. So for support for the morning until about 7:20. It's back to you, Sandra.
All right, thank you, Ludlow. Of course, that's what's happening out there on our streets. So if you're on your way, you got a good report so far. So make your way. It's now time for a word of the day.
The word of the day, Bibliotaph. That's Bibliotaph.
Bibliotaph. Bibliotaph. Bibliotaph.
Bibliotaph. A bibliotaph, it's actually a noun. And it is, a bibliotaph is a person rather who hoards or hides books. They keep books locked away or unread, effectively burying them from public use. A bibliotaph. Are you a bibliotaph, Sandre?
No.
You actually read the books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually want to get a new bookshelf. Yeah, to have my books on. When I was younger, I had a lot of books, but I do have some books that I may have bibliotaphed.
I'm a hoarder. I like to hoard books and everything else, actually. I don't think I'm a bibliotaph though. So a bibliotaph is the word. That's the word of the day. A person who hoards or hides books. Yeah. It describes someone who locks away books so that no one else can read them.
That's interesting.
Bibliotaph.
I probably haven't done that, I don't think I have any book that I can lock away that you won't be able to find. But I've read books before that, are now off the market. So maybe there are people out there who are bibliotaphs.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That's it for the word of the day. At the top of the hour, the news.
It is hard when your baby is sick. Some of the common health problems in babies include colds, coughs, fevers, and vomiting. Babies also commonly have skin problems like diaper rash or cradle cap. Although many of these problems are not serious, it is important to know how to help your sick baby and to know the warning signs for more serious problems. In parenting tips today, common conditions that affect newborns. Some physical conditions are common during the first couple of weeks after birth. If you notice any of the following in your baby, contact your pediatrician. First on the list is abdominal distension. Most babies' bellies normally stick out, especially after a large feeding. Between feedings, however, they should feel soft. If your child's abdomen feels swollen and hard, and if he or she has not had a bowel movement for more than 1 or 2 days or is vomiting, call your pediatrician. Most likely, the problem is due to gas or constipation, but it also could signal a more serious intestinal problem. Second up is coughing. If the baby drinks very fast, he or she may cough and sputter, but this type of coughing should stop as soon as his or her feeding routine becomes familiar. This may also be related to how strongly or fast a breastfeeding mom's milk comes down. If he or she coughs persistently or routinely gags during feedings, consult the pediatrician. These symptoms could indicate an underlying problem in the lungs or digestive tract. Third on the list is excessive crying. All newborns cry, often for no apparent reason. If you've made sure that your baby is fed, burped, warm and dressed in a clean diaper, the best tactic is probably to hold your baby and talk or sing until he or she stops. You cannot spoil a baby this age by giving he or she too much attention. If this doesn't work, wrap your baby snugly in a blanket or try some other ways that may help calm your baby. You'll become accustomed to your baby's patterns of crying. If it ever sounds peculiar, such as shrieks of pain, or if it persists for an unusual length of time, it could mean a medical problem. Call the pediatrician and ask for advice. Fourth is jaundice. Many normal, healthy newborns have a yellowish tinge to their skin, which is known as jaundice. It is caused by a buildup of bilirubin in the child's blood. Mild jaundice is harmless. However, if the bilirubin level continues to rise and is not treated, it can lead to brain injury. Jaundice tends to be more common in breastfed newborns, most often in those not nursing well. Breastfeeding mothers should nurse at least 8 to 12 times per day, which will produce enough milk and keep bilirubin levels low. If you notice a sudden increase in jaundice when your baby is at home from the hospital, contact your pediatrician. Trust your intuition. If you're worried about your baby, call your healthcare provider right away. That's it for parenting tips. Next time, we'll continue the discussion on common conditions that affect newborns.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM.
Nothing screams more loudly about a lack of grace and restaurant etiquette than to see a group of women, regardless of age, arguing about how much each one should pay when the bill arrives at the table. Welcome to Lifestyle Pages on how to pay and how to tip. One of of the best ways to avoid an awkward situation is to look at the menu and check the prices before deciding what you will order. Everyone should have an idea what they are prepared to spend on a meal and maybe dessert. Make sure of the amount of money in your purse or wallet before placing your order. When the bill arrives, each person should quietly hand their money to the person appointed to pay, the waiter or cashier. When tipping, the general rule is 15% of the check or total in first-class restaurants. If the bill is over USD $20 or the Jamaican equivalent, then 10% of the total bill is sufficient. Head waiters are tipped for special service, and it should never be less than US $1. In the case of a small bill, 20% is normal, or each person pays 25 cents to 50 cents US dollar. I'm Valerie, and those were Lifestyle Pages.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Distracted driving costs lives. Keep your eyes on the road and arrive alive. The time brought to you by the Jamaica Information Service is
7 o'clock.
The most credible news in the morning. The news at 7 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Good morning, I'm Robianne Williams. Coming up in the news this morning, Friday, June 26, 2026. The Jamaica Chamber of Commerce wants the government to consider a dedicated anti-corruption unit amid IC report involving Dr. Andrew Wheatley. Administrators at St. Elizabeth Technical insist indiscipline will not be allowed to take root at the school. JCF reveals that more than 700,000 traffic tickets were issued across the island in 2025. In international news, death toll from Venezuela double earthquake climbs to more than 230. The details after the break.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. The Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, JCC, is calling on the government to establish a dedicated anti-corruption unit following the Integrity Commission's report recommending that Cabinet Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley be charged. The report, tabled in the House of Representatives on June 17, recommends that Dr. Wheatley be charged with 4 offenses, including illicit enrichment. Investigators concluded he held assets of approximately $164 million, disproportionate to his lawful earnings between 2013 and 2022. Dr. Wheatley has rejected the findings as false and misleading and says he will contest them in court. Mahiri Stewart tells us more.
In a statement Thursday, the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce said it respects the independence and constitutional mandate of the Integrity Commission and takes seriously any findings it makes in the lawful exercise of its functions. At the same time, the Chamber affirmed its commitment to the rule of law, due process, and natural justice. The JCC says it's noteworthy that anyone who is the subject of proceedings should be given a fair opportunity to answer the allegations against them before conclusions are drawn. The organization also says it has observed that Integrity Commission reports raising concerns about members of both major political parties have not always resulted in timely or transparent conclusions. It says where serious allegations remain unresolved for extended periods, public confidence in accountability and justice is weakened. The Chamber argues that the moment should be used to examine whether the current systems are robust enough to deliver a fair, transparent, and expeditious process for addressing corruption allegations while preserving the rule of law and natural justice. The Chamber says that as of 2024, 29 countries had courts dealing solely with anti-corruption cases. It's suggesting Jamaica should consider becoming the 30th. It said it would welcome and take part in a broad review of the existing process, including input from civil society and the private sector. This would address any structural issues preventing the timely and definitive resolution of such matters. The Chamber also called on the government to take all necessary steps to preserve public confidence in the integrity of public office while respecting the constitutional rights of all parties. The body, headed by President Emile Liba, says it would continue to monitor developments and reserved the right to comment further. Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
Administrators at St. Elizabeth Technical High School, STET, say indiscipline will not be allowed to take root at the institution. The warning was issued by Principal Keith Wellington at the school's graduation ceremony on Thursday. It comes weeks after a series of violent incidents among students forced the closure of the school for 2 days in May.
There was an incident just about 5 weeks ago on the campus, and that incident was something that we do not ever want to see happening here again. And in the presence of the minister and the board chairman, I'm going to make it public. We are insistent that STETS must be a safe place for every single person who walks through this gate. Anyone who jeopardizes the safety of any other member on this campus will not be welcome here.
Keith Wellington. Principal Wellington says there's an avenue of recourse for students excluded from school for bad behavior. Still, he declared that undisciplined students will not be welcomed.
If your child, if your children is unwilling or unable to comply with the requirements of this school, the standards that we have tried to build and uphold, they are not going to be welcome here. We are not abdicating ourselves of the responsibility to ensure that students who don't know how to behave learn to behave. We're not taking away the responsibility from ourselves. But we believe that as a school, we do the things that are necessary to teach students. And so parents, I want to reassure you that we will continue to make STETS a safe place for your child. We will continue to make you proud of the uniform that your child wears. And secondly, those who cannot live up to the standards we expect of them will be uncomfortable here or will not be here any at all.
Keith Wellington, principal of St. Elizabeth Technical High School, STETS. Meanwhile, Education Minister Senator Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon says there's no room for violence at STETS or any other school. She says the school has the ministry's support on a zero-tolerance approach to violence.
Mr. Paul, you mentioned some of the issues in safety and violence here. And parents, I need you to support the school administration, like the Ministry of Education will be supporting the school in saying we have a zero tolerance for violence. There is no room for violence in an institution like this or any institution. And so I support the school administration in doing what they have to do, in making difficult choices, because we have to maintain the standards.
Senator Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, Education Minister. More than 700,000 traffic tickets were issued by the police last year. This was disclosed by head of the JCF Strategic Operations Portfolio, Dr. Gary McKenzie.
The police force over the past 5 years have issued an average of over 500,000 tickets every year. In fact, in 2025, the police force issued 720,000 traffic tickets. And in 2024, it was 685,000.
Motorists with outstanding traffic tickets have until September 30 this year to clear their records. This as the government is set to enforce its demerit point system come October 1. The demerit system is aimed at deterring motorists from breaching the Road Traffic Act. ACP McKenzie says the police will ensure strict compliance.
We have been lagging behind a bit in terms of ensuring that the demerit points function as how they should. We are very happy that we are getting to the point where demerit points will mean something. We are ready and we are always willing to ensure that we carry out our responsibilities of enforcement. But we prefer that persons abide by the rules and drive properly on our roads. We, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, we are committed that we will continue to enforce. We know that if the system works properly, compliance will be improved.
ACP Dr. Gary Mackenzie, head of the JCF Strategic Operations Portfolio, he was speaking at a media briefing at the Transport Ministry's head office in New Kingston on Thursday. Meanwhile, Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, NRSC, Dr. Lucian Jones, has welcomed the demerit point system. Dr. Jones was speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Thursday evening.
What the demerit point system will do, if we use it effectively, is that it will say to drivers that if you continue to drive recklessly, which is one of the big problems we have in Jamaica, if you accumulate tickets and if you commit an infraction which carries with it demerit points to be attached to your license, if you exceed the prescribed number, you stand to get your license suspended. As the numbers go up, you can have your license suspended for a longer period of time.
Dr. Jones says the system implementation is an answered prayer for the NRSC.
Based on how Jamaicans have behaved in recent times in terms of collecting tickets like confetti and still being able to drive, I believe seriously that this is a big move. The National Road Safety Council has been on a record calling for this to be introduced for a long time now. It was originally part of the Road Traffic Act. For reasons it has been delayed, and now we are here and it will happen in September. It's a big move, and we are happy that it is there. We are not happy that it's taken so long, but we're happy that we are finally reached this point.
Dr. Lucian Jones, Vice Chairman of the NRSC. Churches that missed out on applying for the post-Hurricane Melissa cleanup grants could get another opportunity. Local Government Minister Desmond Mackenzie says he may have to facilitate those discussions. He was speaking on Cliff Hughes Online with host George Davis on Thursday during a grant presentation ceremony under the government's Community Church Cleanup and Restoration Initiative.
The last stop in this phase, but I got about 20. Saying, look, I didn't get on, and I missed the application period, I want the assistance too. Right, and this is something that we will have to consider. I'll have to have some discussions.
Thursday's ceremony was held at Darliston Holiness Christian Church in Westmoreland. It saw 102 churches in the parish receiving $18.7 million. It makes Westmoreland the largest beneficiary of the government's $75 million program. Over 6,000 churches were impacted by Hurricane Melissa last October. Minister Mackenzie says an additional sum has been allocated for further assistance.
We have to maintain the values of our church. And again, we make no apologies for supporting the church in whatever way we can as a government. And that is why I announce an additional $50 million will be provided to cover the parishes of Clarendon and St. Anne that were affected by the passage of Hurricane Melissa.
Desmond Mackenzie, Minister of Local Government and Community Development. Head of the Broadcast Authority in Barbados, Dr. Alison Leacock, is charging that public figures are manipulating a boom in deepfake incidents to escape accountability. Dr. Leacock was addressing the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica's 40th anniversary conference at the AC Hotel in Kingston on Thursday.
Tracked deepfake incidents worldwide have leapt from roughly 500,000 in 2023 to 8 million in 2025. That is a 9-fold increase in just 2 years. Industry shifts are taking place. Deepfake fraud attempts hit identity verification systems at a rate of 1 every 5 minutes globally. Public figures now abuse the liar's dividend by claiming authentic investigative footage or recordings are simply AI-generated deepfakes to escape accountability. Analysts are now projecting that as much as 90% of online content could be synthetically generated.
A deepfake is an image, video, or audio recording fabricated or altered using artificial intelligence AI. Dr. Leacock says Caribbean broadcasting regulators must now shift from censoring content to proving that it is real.
Picture it close to home. A cloned voice of a prime minister announcing an evacuation that is not happening in the middle of hurricane season on islands where a false alarm costs lives. That's not science fiction. That is next year's newsroom emergency. So, what is our influence? Our influence has to be, and I want to suggest this, that the job of a Caribbean broadcasting regulator in this decade is no longer to be the censor of content. It is to become the guarantor of authenticity, the institution that can prove what is real.
Dr. Alison Leacock, chairman of the Broadcast Authority in Barbados. Meanwhile, chairman of the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica, BCJ, Professor Lloyd Wallace, says small island developing states must capitalize on the opportunities being created by evolving technology. Professor Wallace was speaking at the BCJ's 40th anniversary conference.
First time in human history, anyone in here has the opportunity to have a conversation with an AI and out of that conversation create an application that they can sell to 1 million people, where you have 1 million persons subscribing $1 a month for that application. You know, the opportunities are just there. As someone who studies technology, I'm always concerned about small island developing states being latecomers. In this particular instance, my friends, being a latecomer works against us because the technology is moving rapidly, the things are changing, so we have to jump and capitalize.
He pointed to the untapped opportunities available to broadcasters, especially on social media sites like TikTok.
When you see the explosion of the use of TikTok as a communication mechanism, as an information sharing medium, as a communication benchmark, even right now, research in terms of looking at how people use different products, bots are using TikTok to collect data, just to show you how powerful this source is. I've done some work with TikTok and I can tell you, it is a money-making machine, an absolute money-making machine, and it's very unfortunate that they have the opportunity to capture and manipulate the culture of countries around the world when we have the opportunity here to do that kind of transition as broadcasters. We need to start to think outside of the box. We need to destroy the box because the world has changed in a way in which it is unimaginable to think about the things that you can do today.
Professor Lloyd Waller, chairman of the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica. International rescue teams are in Venezuela to search for survivors after 2 earthquakes killed at least 235 people and injured 4,300. State media reports that 80 Swiss rescuers and a team of Mexican aid workers are on the ground, with a U.S. military official helping to oversee support efforts. Local teams have been searching through the night in collapsed buildings in Caracas and the state of La Guaira, with people heard calling for help from under the debris. A doctor in La Guaira tells the BBC the 2 main hospitals in the state are completely overwhelmed with a critical lack of medical supplies. The quakes, with magnitudes of 7.2 and 7.5, hit a minute apart on Wednesday night. The second was the strongest to hit Venezuela since the 1900s. Japanese authorities have evacuated more than 2 million residents across 13 prefectures due to torrential rains triggered by Typhoon Mekala and a seasonal rain front. The Japan Meteorological Agency says another typhoon, Higos, is also expected to approach with more strength than anticipated. The warning is for heavy rain, landslides, strong winds, and high waves. Over 200 flights have been cancelled and dozens of train services suspended in Japan. Expressways have shut down due to concerns over heavy rainfall. That's it for local and international news.
Sign up for the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. The time by JN Money is
7:17.
Rent or buy your hurricane supplies from Total Tools. Visit 102 Main Street, Oterius, 34 Slipe Road, Kingston 5, or Lot C6, Drax Hall, St. Anne's Bay. The temperature brought to you by Total Tools Jamaica is
29 degrees Celsius in Kingston and Montego Bay and 26 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
The National Water Commission wishes to advise customers served by the Mona Water Treatment Plant in St. Andrew that they may experience low water pressure or no water supply from 5 p.m. on Wednesday, June 24, 2026 to Saturday, June 27, 2026. The disruption is necessary to facilitate scheduled critical cleaning activities at the plant, which are essential to maintaining the reliability and efficiency of the water supply system. Areas to be affected include Mona, Crossroads, Mountain View, Old Hope Road, Devon Square, Waterloo Road, Cassia Park, Eastwood Park, Red Hills Road, below Grand Spen, Halfway Tree Road, Upper Maxfield Avenue, Zadie Gardens, Don Robin Avenue, New Kingston, Ravinia, Long Mountain Country Club, Pines of Karachi, upper section of Beverly Hills, Vineyard Town, Morosco Road, sections of downtown Kingston, sections of Trenchtown, Wynwood Road, Rockford, and Hope Road. Customers are encouraged to store water for use during the disruption period. Water supply is expected to gradually improve following the completion of the work, with full restoration anticipated by midday Saturday, June 27, 2026. The NWC apologizes for any inconvenience this may cause and thanks customers for their patience and understanding. That was an important announcement from the National Water Commission.
Commercial spaces for you. Parks and attractions for you. Housing and residential developments for you. Beautiful rental properties for you. Improving quality of life through infrastructure development across Jamaica for you. The Urban Development Corporation, making development happen for you. Brought to you by the Urban Development Corporation.
UDC for you.
Win with KFC, big league. Join the league. Big league. Win a trip to Brazil, all you mean? Yeah. Big deal, meal deal, big match. Just buy KFC and win that. From now until July 20th, 2026, buy a big deal or meal deal for a chance to win a trip for two to Brazil. Courtesy of KFC. That's $500,000 cash from Best Dressed Chicken. 11 weekly winners score free KFC for a year. 65-inch TVs, smartphones, and more. Just WhatsApp your receipt to 876-784-7811 to enter and win big in the KFC Big League. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries.
At the Accountant General's Department, we want to ensure that every government pensioner receives their payments on time. Your life certificate is important. Submit it by post, drop it off at our head office at 21 Dominica Drive, or by using drop boxes located at parish libraries in Hanover, Westmoreland, St. James, Manchester, and Portland. Call us at 876-922-8320, WhatsApp 876-818-6583, or visit www.treasury.gov.jm for live chat support. The Accountant General's Department, serving every Jamaican.
Attention contractors, developers, and homeowners. Glacier White Corian Solid Surface is now at a special price while stocks last. Choose Corian for your commercial and residential projects. You won't regret it. It's durable, beautiful, and long-lasting. No sealing necessary. Corian is the #1 solid surface in the world. Second to none. Visit Home International Limited at 104 Constant Spring Road. Telephone 876-755-1970 or 876-276-6448. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
When you hear those horns, you know what time it is. It's time for Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Ludlow, what's happening now?
Again, morning time again, Sanjay, and listeners, watching public or visitors, yes. And all our transport operators, you know, they do a lot of jobs going all over the island-wide. But the situation, I'm so sorry. It's a Friday morning and the traffic flow has increased because if you're on Waterloo Road now, it's going to be bumper-to-bumper traffic as you make your way across the Trafalgar Road. Hope Road in both directions, quite active at the moment. And those of you who are making it into Crossroads, you're coming off Cargill Avenue onto Aperture Road, then into the Crossroads area from Aperture Road. It's going to be quite busy, quite active. Now, those of you who are coming from places like Retirement Road to get into Half a Tree Road 2, it's going to be quite busy. And then when you make your way around to Caledonian, go down to Marasca Road, you're also going to experience some traffic. So at this time of the morning and even beyond this report, you're definitely going to have increased vehicular flow. And remember, it's a Friday and it's a mountain Friday, so be prepared for challenges all over and all the intersections. And I should also make a comment that Monroe Road, it has really improved. They're resurfacing, and it's much easier to get to Monroe Road than onto Wellington Drive. So those of you in that Kingston 6 Ligonier area should find it much easier. But I can tell you, it's a mountain Friday, and Ligonier is always busy. It doesn't matter what happens. So there you go. Have yourselves a great weekend, and as usual, that's Street Smart. Your safety is our concern. Over to you.
Thank you, Ludlow. Thank you for that report. Of course, we're now on the front page.
Front Page is brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business. For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
It's that time of the morning. We're on the front page, and the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, JCC, is calling on the government to establish a dedicated anti-corruption unit following the Integrity Commission's report recommending that Cabinet Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley be charged. Now, the report, tabled in the House of Representatives on June 17, recommends that Dr. Wheatley be charged with 4 offenses, including illicit enrichment. Investigators concluded he held assets of approximately $164 million, disproportionate to his lawful earnings between 2013 and 2022. Dr. Wheatley has rejected the findings as false and misleading and says he'll contest them in court. Mahiri Stewart tells us more.
In a statement Thursday, the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce said it respects the independence and constitutional mandate of the Integrity Commission and takes seriously any findings it makes in the lawful exercise of its functions. At the same time, the Chamber affirmed its commitment to the rule of law, due process, and natural justice. The JCC says it's noteworthy that anyone who is the subject of proceedings should be given a fair opportunity to answer the allegations against them before conclusions are drawn. The organization also says it has observed that Integrity Commission reports raising concerns about members of both major political parties have not always resulted in timely or transparent conclusions. It says where serious allegations remain unresolved for extended periods, public confidence in accountability and justice is weakened. The Chamber argues that the moment should be used to examine whether the current systems are robust enough to deliver a fair, transparent, and expeditious process for addressing corruption allegations while preserving the rule of law and natural justice. The Chamber says that as of 2024, 29 countries had courts dealing solely with anti-corruption cases. It's suggesting Jamaica should consider becoming the 30th. It said it would welcome and take part in a broad review of the existing process, including input from civil society and the private sector. This would address any structural issues preventing the timely and definitive resolution of such matters. The Chamber also called on the government to take all necessary steps to preserve public confidence in the integrity of public office while respecting the constitutional rights of all parties. The body, headed by President Emile Liba, says it would continue to monitor developments and reserved the right to comment further. Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Mahiri. We are now joined by the President of Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, Emil Leiber, and the president of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, JMEA, Catherine Silveira. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Right, I want to start with you, Emil Leiber. The JCC is calling for the government to establish a dedicated anti-corruption unit based on the report that we've seen publicly recommending that Dr. Andrew Wheatley be charged for 4 offenses as put to us by the Integrity Commission. What would this dedicated anti-corruption unit look like?
So it would be a division of the existing court. So in the court, you have the civil division, the criminal division, you have the commercial division. So what we would do or recommend is that you have a judge, one judge or two, who is dedicated to hearing anti-corruption matters. So when it is that charges are laid relating to corruption offenses, and this is for any public official, then those matters can have a dedicated judge who can push it through. So rather than have it completed in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, it could be perhaps resolved within a year.
So, Catherine Silveira, your press release, it speaks to a number of things: due process, natural justice, and the call, of course, from the opposition and some civil society groups is for Dr. Wheatley to step aside until this matter is resolved. What say you based on this statement where you have the need for timely and transparent resolution?
Well, we are saying that, in situations that involve serious allegations, it is appropriate for that question to be carefully considered in the context of maintaining public trust. But the JME, what we're emphasizing is that, it's important that integrity, accountability, and the proper process is able to work.
And in terms of timelines, I'm going to go for a break and come back, but I want you to ponder timelines for resolution, what that would look like in setting up this unit and possibly having a dedicated court. We're going for a break. We'll be right back with you. We have Emil Leib and Catherine Silveira here with us.
Jamaica live good, yeah. I make we enjoy life, while we feel safe at night. Jamaica live good.
Jamaica, stop the killing and give up the guns. Just live good now.
The time brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace is
7:30.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Bring back the fun of shopping. Discover the best finds in every aisle of amazing items. For your kitchen, your living room, your bedroom, or any room, Azan Supercenter has that perfect touch to elevate your space to the next level. Our team is ready to help you find what you are looking for you or someone else. So stop by our Crossroads store today and rediscover the fun of shopping.
Azan Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Growing up, Sunday dinner was always family dinner.
Families are built on memories and traditions. But with a Sagicor Bank intergenerational mortgage, you can create more. Partner with any family member to purchase a home. Mummy, son, sister, cousin. Get up to 45 years to repay, solar funding, and a $2 million line of credit. Sagicor Bank's intergenerational mortgage makes home ownership easier. Visit sagicor.com to apply today. Conditions apply.
This is Nationwide's World Cup Player Profile, brought to you by Century 21 for everything real estate.
Argentine great Lionel Messi heads to the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup with ambitions of retaining the trophy he won in Qatar 2022. Messi, regarded as one of the modern-day greats, for some, even the greatest, and will separate himself from another Argentine icon, Diego Maradona, by winning back-to-back World Cups, putting La Albiceleste alongside Italy and Brazil as countries to retain the trophy. Since Qatar, Messi has moved to USA with Inter Miami, where he won the MLS Cup last season. The 38-year-old is looking to get back to his best despite currently nursing muscle fatigue in his left hamstring.
That was Nationwide's World Cup Player Profile. Brought to you by Century 21 for everything real estate.
Good day, passengers. This is your captain speaking. A cool new arrival has just landed at Active Home Center. From the Bally brand you already know and trust for inverter fans, comes Bally Air Conditioners, featuring energy-saving inverter technology, ultra-quiet cooling, and smart Wi-Fi control. For a limited time, with any Bally air conditioner purchase, get $15,000 off your next store-wide purchase. Discover Bally ACs and fans at Active Home Center. Conditions apply.
We're back with you. It's Nationwide this morning. We're speaking with the president of the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, Emil Leiber, and JMEA, Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, Ms. Catherine Silvera, on the press releases sent out, particularly in terms of the Integrity Commission and its report on Dr. Andrew Wheatley. Both institutions are calling for some structural changes or some considerations when looking at the Integrity Commission, the effectiveness of how these things occur, and the confidence that the public has in the process. So I was asking, starting with you, Emil Leiber, about the timeline, the expected timeline you'd want to see a matter like this, a matter referred for charges and then possible court case, etc., to be settled, for a case for us to now say, okay, this case is settled, this is the conclusion, and we move beyond that. What are we looking at?
That said, I think a year is a reasonable length of time for a serious matter like that. You want to ensure that the accused person has more than sufficient time to prepare their defense, any documents that they want to rely on, any witnesses, and so on. These cases, based on my reading of the report, seem to cover a wide span of time.
Yeah.
So, there are a number of different elements to it. So I think to give enough time for both sides, prosecution and defense, to prepare, I think within a year is reasonable. But what we have seen is cases, corruption-related charges and offenses just kind of languish in the system year after year after year. I'm not saying things aren't being done, but there are certain types of matters to preserve public confidence. I think they need to have a speedy resolution.
And that's on the pretext, though, that a lot of matters, even now when the both political parties campaign, they point to scandals here, scandals there, but there's never a resolution to that. Is that something, I'm going to throw to you, Catherine Silvera, that you'd look at as a solution when presenting this committee, and how you'd want to solve this issue of the perception of corruption, particularly when these reports are brought?
Yes, I think that the suggestion that the JCC has made is quite fair. When it is that these incidents take so long to be resolved or are never resolved, then what happens is that investor confidence could lower business, which can spur a lack of business growth, the job creation. And, this all depends on the transparency, fairness, and trust in public administration. And when you have cases like this that take a long time or get brushed aside, I think it helps to weaken public trust.
And Mr. Leiber, 29 countries have courts, anti-corruption courts, as you said. Are we certain that this could work in Jamaica? What convinces you that it would work in Jamaica? Or can this be seen as just adding another layer of bureaucracy?
Well, clearly I'm an attorney as well, so I've practiced in the court. I've seen the benefits of the commercial division of the Supreme Court, where there are cases that are set aside, basically, and they are given more dedicated resources. And I've seen the positive impact that has had of matters being set for trial, hearing dates, and those things coming up more quickly. Because what can happen in, what I call, for want of a better term, the regular criminal division is that a matter is postponed due to one side not being ready or something like that. And then it's 6 months, 9 months, 8 months before it comes back before the court. So it then goes very slowly. Witnesses, people who are to give evidence in the case, get frustrated. They don't necessarily, after the matter has been going on for years, they're no longer interested. Or they have migrated, they have moved, and, so things along those lines. So if you have a judge who says, listen, this matter, I'm carrying it through. So once the charges are laid, they set orders, they set timelines, and they said, okay, this is how it is to be done, then you have that resolution.
Catherine Silvera, I'm coming to you with the realities that exist now. The Integrity Commission, there are some reports on it, I think last year, that spoke to the volume of work that they have to do, and a lot of reports that are lagging behind based on whether it was staffing issues or the number of public servants that they have to go through all the documentation if they're looking as far back as 2013 to 2022. Would the call then not be to possibly get more staff or looking at how it is they can be more effective in that way versus a new committee or a new institution that would still have those problems in the background?
Thank you for the question. I believe that, as a country, Jamaica has invested significant effort in building institutions such as the Integrity Commission, but I think there is still room to strengthen these institutions because they are really who promote transparency and strengthen accountability to uphold the rule of law. So they play a critical role in protecting public interest and maintaining confidence in our democracy. So I would support the strengthening of these institutions.
And in terms of the businesses that are part of the JMA and what they're saying, how does this impact business, perception of corruption and it not being settled in a timely manner?
It certainly impacts businesses because I think, number one.
Catherine? I think we lost her there. We still have you, Mr. Leiber?
Yes, I'm still on.
Yes, I'll put that same question to you about the impact on businesses.
So anything that relates to Jamaica's reputation, particularly in relation to foreign direct investment, people are reluctant to invest in a country, in an economy, where it is that they feel that the resources are not going to be properly allocated because nobody wants, or they're going to be spending a lot of time and money channeling these to people to try and get things done. So corruption, and that both the perception of corruption and the actual corruption slows things down and is perceived to slow things down, and that unless it is that you make a contribution, you won't get anywhere, you won't achieve your business objectives. So it adds to the cost of doing business, it adds to the time that business takes, and it detracts from your ability to attract investment.
Indeed. Mr. Leiber, your statement stopped short of, calling for any public official who has been recommended for charges to step down. What's the JCC stance in that regard?
The JCC stance in that regard is that it is a matter for the Prime Minister to determine as to what is the most efficient way to structure it, because I presume Minister Wheatley is doing work. The Prime Minister has indicated that he is doing work, and certainly we wouldn't want that aspect of things to be impaired in terms of the country's progression and development. Now, while balancing, of course, again, the question of the public perception, and this is where it ties back into efficiency. If we could get things done expeditiously, then perhaps it would be a brief period. If the minister were to be asked to step aside, it would be a relatively brief period, and there would be a limited impact on the greater public services that he is providing to the government of Jamaica and the people of Jamaica, if he could have a speedy resolution and then a return to normalcy.
Indeed, I understand. We have Ms. Silvera back. Ms. Silvera, manufacturers and exporters rely heavily on stable public institutions, yes? Do your members believe that governance concerns are becoming a business risk? What are they saying? Ms. Silvera?
Hello?
Yes. You're back
You
with
hear
us.
me now?
Yes, you're back with us, Ms. Silvera. The question I posed, manufacturers, exporters, what is it that they're saying? Do your members believe that governance concerns are actually becoming a business risk?
I wouldn't say that it's a business risk, but it is a concern. We are seeing more cases being presented by the Integrity Commission. And investor confidence, I think, is the number one thing that we're looking at as manufacturers and exporters. Because to really, truly grow, to grow our businesses, to help grow the growth of Jamaican economy, we need to encourage investment, both locally and foreign direct investment. And so we need to have transparency in what is going on with government and opposition.
In that same vein on transparency, a part of the statement refers to fairness. Now, that question becomes muddied water, I'd say, when we consider, because there are two sides of the coin. One side says these are the charges. Dr. Wheatley has said, listen, I'm innocent and I'm going to be fighting this. Now, there will be a lot of calls, but what does fairness look like in the mechanism that's being called for, Ms. Silvera, this new mechanism and consideration that JMEA, JCC has been calling for?
Well, everybody is entitled to due process and to contest or to mount their defense against any charges that may be brought. Mm-hmm. But the reality is that public officials must be held to very high standards, and the public is looking in, and that's where public trust can deteriorate. And so it's a difficult position, but I would say that it's really the government or the opposition that have to take what the private sector organizations and the general civil service organizations are saying and use that to help determine what should happen.
All right, hold for me there, Catherine and Emil. I'm going for a break and then we'll be right back with you.
For all your scales and food processing equipment, call Advanced Scales and Equipment Limited at 876-968-9612-5. The time by Advanced Scales and Equipment Limited is
7:45.
Hawkeye is protecting homes, businesses, and communities with trusted security solutions. The temperature by Hawkeye, securing what matters most, is
29 degrees Celsius in Kingston and Montego Bay and 25 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
This is Nationwide's World Cup Team Profile. Brought to you by the UDC, making development happen.
Ghana, the Black Stars, have appeared in the finals of the FIFA World Cup on 4 previous occasions, 2006, 2010, where they reached the quarterfinals, 2014 and 2022. They will make a 5th appearance of the upcoming tournament in 2026 and will represent one of Africa's best hopes. Ghana, the Black Stars, one of 48 countries, will be participating at the FIFA World Cup, and you can follow their progress right here on Nationwide 90 FM, who will have live and extended coverage of the greatest show on earth.
That was Nationwide's World Cup Team Profile. Brought to you by the UDC, making development happen.
This is an important announcement from the National Water Commission. The National Water Commission advises customers served by the Mona Water Treatment Plant that the scheduled maintenance activities previously planned for the facility have been postponed due to unforeseen circumstances beyond the Commission's control. As a result, customers should see a gradual return to their normal water supply conditions as the system stabilizes. The NWC apologizes for any inconvenience caused and appreciates the patience and understanding of its valued customers. A new date for the maintenance activities will be communicated as soon as a revised schedule is confirmed. Customers are encouraged to follow at NWC Jam on X, Facebook, and Instagram for updates. That was an important announcement from the National Water Commission.
Attention homeowners and contractors. It's World Cup season at Sherwin-Williams and the savings are on fire while your roof stays cool. From June 25 to June 30, score a winning deal with 20% off Cool Seal Elastomeric Roof Coating. Cool Seal Elastomeric Roof Coating cools and protects your roof, helping you beat the heat and defend your home like a champion. Beat the heat, protect your roof, score big savings. This is a limited time play. Head to your nearest Sherwin-Williams and score your savings before the final whistle. 20% discount is yours. June 25 to 30. Don't miss it.
Managing your investments with Sagicor is now easy as ever. You can fund stocks, repos, and do more seamlessly. Even get a clear overview of your portfolio performance on the enhanced Sagicor eBank platform. Want to experience effortless investment banking on Sagicor eBank? It's as easy as ever. Contact your Sagicor Investment Wealth Advisor today and update your personal information for access. Call 888-SAGICOR or visit sagicor.com for more information.
Good day, passengers. This is your captain speaking. A cool new arrival has just landed at Active Home Center. From the Bally brand you already know and trust for inverter fans, comes Bally air conditioners featuring energy-saving inverter technology, ultra-quiet cooling, and smart Wi-Fi control. For a limited time, with any Bally air conditioner purchase, get $15,000 off your next store-wide purchase. Discover Bally ACs and fans at Active Home Center. Conditions apply.
We're back with It's Nationwide this morning. Of course, those who are just joining us, we are speaking with Emile Leiber and Catherine Silvera, president of the JCC and JMEA, respectively. And of course, those organizations are the ones that have the business people in Jamaica that they're a part of those organizations. Ruby?
Indeed. Mr. Leiber, Miss Silvera, the Integrity Commission has been picking up a lot of flack in recent times. Does the Chamber and the JMEA, what's your take on confidence in the Integrity Commission at this point in time, speaking on the issue of due process and natural justice?
Well, let's put it this way. A body such as the Integrity Commission will always have a fair amount of criticism because anyone who is on the negative receiving end of a report will not view the body favorably. Now, as far as I'm aware, the complaints have not yet been proven regarding any what I call lack of process or bias or whatever it might be. And I think unless and until there's any such determination, we should continue to maintain confidence in bodies such as the Integrity Commission.
Ms. Silvera?
Well, I don't think I could put it any better than Emile has termed it. I think it's important for us to understand or believe in these institutions because they have been developed to help hold public officials accountable and to try as best as possible to ensure that transparency is being held through government and opposition. And so we need to have this presence of the strong and independent systems that are going to investigate and address such allegations.
Sticking with you, Miss Silvera, tomorrow is MSME Day, and I'm understanding that there's a launch of a grant program. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Certainly. So the PSOJ, the JCC, and the JMEA, after Hurricane Melissa, we came together in a very public way to lead the private sector response at that time. And so coming out of that and in preparation of the new hurricane season, the three institutions have launched a grant. It is open to members of the JCC and any affiliate chambers, the JMEA, the PSOJ, the MSME Alliance, and the Small Business Association. And it's for micro, small, and medium members. And it's for persons or companies that can show the need for restructuring their business or becoming more resilient. And I believe the grants are up to $500,000.
So is this specific for those who are in the West, or is this generally for those who are part of the organizations?
It is generally for those that are part of the organization, but certainly those that show the most need are probably who will be scored the highest. Now,
many MSMEs have a lot of issues, high cost of electricity and all those things that you can think of. What's the expected impact, I would say, of this program on the MSMEs?
I think it would be quite significant because, you spoke to electricity. So a proponent of this grant could be utilizing it to build in more solar to the business. And that would therefore assist in alleviating the high energy costs. So that is what we're hoping to achieve through the implementation of this grant.
The maximum grant you say is $500,000. How did you settle on this amount, and you expect for it to cover major losses?
Well, I think it's going to it's going to help to cover the major losses. I don't think it can cover major losses. Some businesses face losses in the millions and millions of dollars. But it is a start. What it is that we have a fund of approximately $20 million. So to be able to disperse it fairly across the sector, that is why we looked at a grant of $500,000.
Mr. Leiber, MSMEs account for an overwhelming majority of businesses in Jamaica, and of course some businesses in the JCC as well, but many struggle to scale. What are the impediments in this 2026 paradigm that affect a lot of businesses when it comes on to scaling?
So one of the most significant impediments is a lack of proper systems. So the micro stock exchange was just launched to facilitate investments. There's a lack of capital and a lack of systems, and those two things, unfortunately, tend to be tied together. Because if you want to get financing, cost of funds, of course, is also significant. So if you want to grow, you either have to grow through the income of your business or through borrowing. Most businesses at the micro and small level are not earning enough to be able to spend. Sometimes they're just meeting expenses. So if it is that they want to grow, they have to access capital. So if they can put their systems in place so that they are eligible for the micro market, and so they can attract investors who will invest in their business and help them to grow organically. And also, it will also help them if it is that they have to apply for loans through the regular process. I know the DBJ also has facilities. So, it's for the small business owners to put the proper systems and accounting systems in particular in place, ensure that they're paying their taxes and structure themselves so that they are attractive to investors, and then take it from there.
Indeed. Ms. Silvera, for applicants, potential applicants listening, what's the eligibility requirements? What are those like?
Well, I would have just shared.
Ms. Silvera?
I think we've lost her.
We've lost Ms. Silvera, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Leiber, as we had asked before, so it's about $20 million, and you just spoke to the impediments. Now, with this grant program, are there other things that the JCC and partners are looking at in terms of helping businesses in this time to, boost that type of economic growth that we want to see in Jamaica?
Yes, so generally, the JCC is focused on advocacy as well. So it's about making the connections that will help these businesses to grow. Because a lot of times they're working hard. They're focused on what's in front of them. They don't necessarily have the time for advocacy. They don't even know sometimes who to speak to. We had a situation, I think it was in Montego Bay, where a business owner just couldn't find any place to park his trucks because of the vending and so on and the thing. And so representations had to be made to the Mobile Council and so on and get it resolved. So these are the things that you try to. They're small things sometimes, and not every step has to be a large step. It can be simply to facilitate, find the pain points, and help to advocate whether it is a systemic change or whether it's an issue specific to that particular business. So to help them remove the blockages, so that they can maximize.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, Emil Leiber,
and
President
of the Jamaica Chambers of Commerce.
Yeah,
JCC.
And of course, before we had Catherine Silveira, President of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association.
Yes, indeed. Thank you both for joining us on Front Page this morning.
Thanks for having us.
All right, listeners, we're going for a break, and then we'll have Across Jamaica.
It's time for Hot Listings, Nationwide 90 FM's on-air classifieds, made for quick ads and fast results.
Cool Shade Media Projects invite all primary school head boys and head girls to participate in the Head Boy and Girl Address the Nation on YouTube. Winners can win up to $10,000. Call 876-461-7937. That's 876-461-7937 for more details.
Book lovers, parents, teachers, students, don't miss LMH Publishing's massive warehouse sale, July 3 and 4. Shop thousands of books, from educational and children's titles to fiction, cookery, and so much more, with prices starting at only $50. Visit LMH Publishing at Sagicor Industrial Park, Unit 11, 7 Norman Road, Kingston, from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. See you there!
That was Hot Listings on Nationwide 90 FM. Listings start as low as $1,500. Call 876-630-1210 to book yours today.
Front Page was brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
The time by Grace Good Move is
8:01.
From the mountainside to seaside, countryside to townside, inside and outside, it's Across Jamaica this morning.
Taking you across Jamaica today, Friday, June 26, 2026. Media and Communications Specialist Stacey Ann Smith is set to host the International Short Story Prize run by the London-based Commonwealth Foundation next Tuesday, June 30. Smith, an award-winning writer and published author, is the second Jamaican to host the online award show in recent years. Award-winning journalist Dion Jackson Miller hosted it in 2023 when Jamaican Kwame McPherson was the overall winner. Speaking ahead of the show, Smith described it an honor and a proud moment. She also said it was a full circle moment, having been a competition entrant in 2022. Smith published her memoir, Time Does Not Heal, in 2021. She isn't the only Jamaican who will play a major role in the production of the online show. A Jamaican film crew helmed by Chief Executive of Just Create, Damien Brown, will produce the event. The 14th staging of the Short Story Prize is open to entries from all 56 Commonwealth countries and went live in 54 other countries. It features unpublished short fiction with entries in more than 12 languages and from 5 continents. In Kingston and St. Andrew, the Court Administration Division's Traffic Ticket Public Day for motorists with outstanding tickets in the corporate area is drawing closer. The event is set for Wednesday, July 8 and Thursday, July 9 at the National Arena. Motorists with tickets issued between February 1, 2018 and 2026 who registered for the initiative before May 31 this year will have the opportunity to have their matters addressed before warrants are executed. In a release on Thursday, the division said more than 43,000 tickets have been registered for court over the 2 days. Proceedings will begin at 9 a.m. on both days and are expected to end at 5 in the afternoon. Participants should also take their driver's license for identification purposes. The Kingston and St. Andrew Traffic Ticket Public Day coincides with a warning from Transport Minister Darrell Vaz that motorists with outstanding tickets must clear their records by September 30. This as the demerit point system is set to take effect on October 1.
The demerit point system under the Road Traffic Act 2018 and Road Traffic Regulations 2022 will take effect on September 30th, 2026. This marks a major milestone in the modernization of the road traffic enforcement and the promotion of responsible road use across Jamaica. Motorists who settle their outstanding traffic tickets and become compliant on or before September 30th, 2026 will not be adversely affected by the commencement of the system. This period provides an opportunity to regularize records, settle outstanding tickets, and ensure compliance with the law.
Darrell Vaz, Transport Minister, also in Kingston and St. Andrew. 8 schools across the corporate area are to be equipped with hydration stations as part of the Hydrate Caribbean Jamaica Healthy Students, Healthy Futures initiative. The project is scheduled to begin in July. It aims to increase students' water consumption, reduce dependence on sugary beverages, and foster healthier lifestyle choices while promoting sustainable habits through the use of reusable water bottles. Beneficiary schools include Tarrant High, Clancarty High, Kingston Technical High, Pembroke Hall High, Edith Dalton, James High, Oberlin High, Papine High, and Mavis Bank High. The National Education Trust is partnering in the initiative with Newport Water Limited, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and the Diabetes Association of Jamaica. Deputy Chief Education Officer for Curriculum and Support Services in the Ministry of Education, Dr. Winnie Berry, says ongoing research consistently indicates that hydration supports concentration, attention, and overall cognitive functioning. She explained that when students are unable to stay adequately hydrated through the school day, their ability to fully participate in learning activities may be compromised. That's it for Across Jamaica.
Path beneficiaries. The June payment cycle is here and ready for collection. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to June 29, 2026. Be sure to follow the Ministry's official social media pages to find out when you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect on June 30 or July 1, 2026. For more information, call Path at 876-922-8013 or visit the Ministry's website at mlss.gov.jm. Path, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, the People's Ministry, leaving no one behind.
Hey, turn up to 25. Turn up to 25. Could I drive out fresh in a MG ride with a staycation all inclusive flex? Yeah. I touch a million cash. Yes, smart TV, PS5, and home upgrade.
Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel. Sign up or switch to postpaid or Digicel Plus. Buy a SIM. Top up with 5 bills or more. Buy a 7-day plan or higher. A smartphone deal or just pay your bill. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Promotion period June 24 to September 5, 2026. Visit DigicelJamaica.com for terms and conditions.
From the farmers in the fields, to the bakers who prepare it, to the teams that deliver every day, Juicy is built by Jamaicans. To our partners, thank you for standing with us. Juicy Patties, serious Jamaican food.
Are your pots getting black? Stove burners need changing? Visit Domestic and Commercial Appliance Spares Limited, Regal Plaza, Old Hope Road, Kingston. The place where you can get almost everything for cooking, refrigeration, and laundry repairs. That's Domestic and Commercial Appliance Spares Limited. For more information, call or WhatsApp us at 876-445-2895. Call directly at 876-968-5104 or visit our website at www.dcappliancespares.com.
It's International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. The day is aimed at raising awareness about the challenges faced by people who use drugs and to promote collective action in addressing substance abuse and its impact on individuals, families, and communities. Jamaica has been making strides in addressing the illicit drug use, trafficking, and related harms, while highlighting the importance of regional cooperation, human rights-based approaches, prevention, and institutional strengthening. We are joined by Chief Technical Director in the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Shauna Trowers. I suspect we're also supposed to be joined by the resident representative of the OAS, the Organization of American States Country Office in Jamaica. Ms. Trowers, thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. Welcome to NTM. So, International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is observed annually, yes, to raise awareness of the global drug problem. What does this day mean for Jamaica's ongoing efforts to really address this problem?
So this day, as you rightly said, is to raise awareness, to let the persons know that the government, along with our private sector persons, as well as our international development partners, are committed to consistent work, both in law enforcement and prevention efforts, as we tackle the illicit drug trade and the abuse of illicit substances. So it's a day that it's not a celebration, but we commemorate the day starting from 1987 to make sure that we are able to share with the public what's being done in this area and how we are seeking to address the concern.
Indeed. And the issue of drug couriers is often discussed only in terms of trafficking, arrests, but there are deeper vulnerabilities involved. Can you explain how individuals become involved in this activity and why a broader understanding of the issue is necessary?
Right. So what we recognized over the years is that there's a nuance to it. So mostly persons look at it from from the enforcement side, but we have to figure out how do persons get lured into this drug courier or this drug life. A lot of it is a socio-economic issue. Some persons, because of lack of access to economic means, or even pressured into it because of the lure of a certain lifestyle that they may see. And then there's another factor in terms of fear, because it is so nuanced that we have recognized that a lot of the illicit drugs also mingle with trafficking. So persons are lured into a lifestyle that was not intentional. They may have been lured for employment reasons, and then, because of organized crime, then get caught up in it. That, therefore, requires us to take a very evidence-based approach in dealing with drug trafficking and the illicit drug trade overall.
Indeed, and prevention is a major part of addressing this. How will the project help Jamaica in preventing individuals, particularly vulnerable groups, from being recruited, as you say, as drug couriers? This rights project, this drug courier and human rights project.
And human rights project. A part of it is training and capacity development. So we are working with a diverse set of persons, both on the government side, on the private sector side. On the government, we're looking at our law enforcement and our border control. And some parts of training is for you to recognize what does vulnerability look like, particularly when we look at law enforcement. So engagement initially with persons, you can pick up certain signs. And so on that preventative side. On the other side, in looking at the demand in terms of even youth, we're also working with some NGOs that provide for substance abuse. And the project is geared at building out that capacity so that we are emboldened in terms of providing the services to those that are more vulnerable. A part of it, of the project, also gives a gender lens. We recognize the particular vulnerability of women.
Yes.
And so by providing for strategies and preventative measures and mechanisms throughout. So it's not just about coming up with programs. The programs will be targeted, and we're building the capacity in order to provide for those programs.
Indeed. Is there anything specific happening for today, the day, International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking?
Well, I do know that the National Council on Drug Abuse, the NCDA, which is a part of government, will be having their normal launch and activities surrounding the day. Particularly for MNS, we are a little more low-key. We work with our partners in terms of that.
And as we mark this day, what message would you leave with the public, especially young people, about really the dangers of illicit drugs and the importance of making informed choices?
Okay, so I would want to say to our young persons, don't be fooled by the glitz and the glamour. Don't get lured by immediate wealth-seeking activity, because it is fleeting. There's a deliberateness and an intentionality in our decision-making, and each decision is important. Today's message and theme is breaking the chains, prevention, treatment, and recovery for all. And so I would want to say to our young persons, don't ever put yourself in a situation. If you need the help, please reach out to someone, a family member, a community person, a group that you may be aware of, because we would want our young persons to make the very best choice for their lives.
Do you think it boils down to greed, wanting easy cash, quick money, not wanting to work?
I don't think there is an element of it that there's greed. But what we've found is that there are some inherent vulnerabilities. So it can be propelled by greed afterwards. But we have found that there are persons who feel that there is no way out, that they need additional resources, and they feel that this is the only way that they can get this resource. And I think a part of building awareness is ensuring that persons know that there are alternate pathways, that there are government resources in terms of some economic needs, whether through PASS or other ways, small business loans, looking at JBDC. I think it's that sort. It starts out like that, but greed definitely can be a factor.
All right, thank you so much. We've been speaking with the Chief Technical Director at the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Shauna Trowers. Today is International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. Thank you so much, Ms. Trowers, for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
The front page continues.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
8:17.
Fontana Pharmacy has a wide variety of items from pharmaceuticals, household, cosmetics, toys, and more. The temperature by Fontana Pharmacy. It's all good inside is
31 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 29 out in Montego Bay, and 27 in Mandeville.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Tell me where you get the money transfer. Alliance. Where you get the money transfer. Alliance. Where you get the money transfer. Money move like a bird, like a plane, it's a blur. Money quick, money fast, money reach in a flash. This your agent no run out of cash. Pay the rent, pay the bills or buy the grocery. Make a call for the cash and pay the school fee.
Money when and where you need it. Alliance MoneyGram and Ria Money Transfer. Convenient locations island-wide. A member of Sagicor Group Jamaica.
Tell me where you get the money transfer.
If you love the vibes, the laughs, and the real talk, then you're one of us. Don't just listen, belong. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club on Patreon.
Already have a T-Tag for your vehicle? Just top it up and go through. Download the My T-Tag app, available on Google Play Store or the App Store, and add funds to your T-Tag from anywhere you're there. Also, keep checking the LED screens at our toll plazas for periodic promo codes, which will give you bonus T-Tag credit when you enter it in the My T-Tag app. Top up your T-Tag and continue to go through quicker and cheaper on Transjam highways.
We're back with you. It's Nationwide this morning. 160 early childhood educators have been equipped with new tools and strategies to strengthen literacy outcomes among Jamaica's youngest learners through the Read Right from the Start initiative. The 6-month professional development program was designed to enhance literacy instruction and improve learning outcomes in early childhood institutions across the island. The initiative was led by United Way Jamaica in partnership with the Chase Fund, the Early Childhood Commission, the United Way of Greater Atlanta, and the Rollins Center for Language and Literacy. Joining us to discuss the program and its impacts are Chief Executive Officer of United Way Jamaica, Kerry Lee Lynch, and the program's second top graduate and founder of Solid Beginnings Early Childhood Institution in Spalding, Clarendon, Rosemary Clark Gray. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Is that both of you? Is that Miss Lynch and Mrs. Clark Gray?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. Great. All right, tell us firstly, Kerry Lee Lynch, about the Read Right from the Start program and why this program is important to United Way Jamaica.
Absolutely. First, I want to highlight that United with Jamaica, we are a non-profit organization, and we We have been in Jamaica for over 40 years. Last year was actually our 40th anniversary. The message is simple. If we want stronger readers tomorrow, we have to invest in our teachers, shaping young minds today. That's exactly what Read Right from the Start is designed to do. It is a literacy-focused professional development program for early childhood educators. You mentioned the key partners prior, so I won't touch on that aspect. What the project does is we know that strong literacy skills begins in the earliest years of a child's life. So investing in teachers has a direct impact on students' outcome. It is an online-based course where teachers are able to complete over 30 courses, and they're required to complete 3 main courses to meet graduation criteria.
So what makes this program unique from other programs that have been implemented in the past? And as it relates to outcomes, what are the expectations that the teachers will take away from the program?
The program combines self-paced online learning with practical professional development and peer engagement. The major aspect is that it's self-paced, so it allows the teachers to really understand what they are learning. The partnership with the Rollins Center of Language and Literacy, it allows for the teachers to take part in hands-on workshops where they're actually trained on how to implement what they learn in the classroom immediately. The participants, they also learn on evidence-based literacy strategies that they can immediately apply in the classroom, as I mentioned before. And the teachers are also encouraged to share their learning with colleagues who are not currently enrolled in the program, multiplying the effect across schools and the communities in Jamaica.
So when it comes on to the selection of teachers, how are they selected? And if other teachers want to get involved in the program, how can they get involved?
I am very happy you asked that. So this is actually one of our flagship projects at United Way of Jamaica, which means it's an annual project. We have a partnership with the Early Childhood Commission, where they provide us with a list of schools who are currently certified early childhood institutions, as well as the teachers. And we have what we call master trainers, where they get a little more training than the regular teachers so that they can spread their knowledge across the island. If schools are out there whom they're interested, they can also reach out to the Early Childhood Commission, where they will send the information over. They can reach out directly to United Way of Jamaica.
Okay, so I'm going to go over to Mrs. Rosemary Clark Gray. You have been a part of this program. You've experienced it. How has it impacted the way you teach?
Thanks for asking. The Read Right from the Start program has transformed my approach to teaching. Has reinforced the importance of using evidence-based literacy strategies and being intentional about how I support my children's language and reading development. It has caused me to become a more confident teacher in creating engaging and interactive activities that encourage the children's thinking ability, developing critical thinking, allowing them to become effective communicators and developing a genuine love for reading among my students.
Now, we're talking about early childhood children. I have some experience there because my mother is an early childhood teacher as well. And I know that students, when you're trying to get them settled at that age and stage, it is very different from, when it's primary and high school. How have the students reacted so far from the implementation of what you've learned from the program?
The response has been amazing. I've had so many wow moments. The children are now more enthusiastic about
reading and storytelling. They are very excited and look forward to literacy activities. And seeing their confidence grow and watching them become more eager and curious has been the most rewarding part of implementing immediately what I have learned from the program. And, one of my biggest moments is how the shy ones, who were literally non-verbal, in the background, they have merged and now are participating and have become more confident in what they say and do at school.
So, before I let you go, I have to ask you this last one, Mrs. Rosemary Clark Gray. When it comes on to training children, the parents are a very important part of the process. So what's one thing that you've learned from the program that parents listening can practice at home so that they can also get their children involved?
All the strategies that I've learned are important, but the one that parents can practice at home is the tuning in. And the reason for this is that it doesn't require...
Repeat it for me.
The tune in.
Go ahead.
Right. It's a part of the talk strategy, but I've chosen that segment because it does not require any crop. It does not require any gadget. So there is no excuse, really. All it does is require the parents to spend time in having meaningful conversations with their children or child, showing interest in what the child is doing or saying, asking questions, tuning into their world, noticing and giving them support. And this builds the child's confidence. It's intentional. 10 to 15 minutes of intentional attention creates magic in creating a bond and building lifelong relationships, producing well-adjusted children and eventually adults who can be impacting on society.
All right, thank you for that one, Rosemary. I'm ending with you, Carrie Lee Lynch. What is the long-term outcome of this program? Because based on what I'm hearing from Ms. Rosemary, it is a brilliant program so far. So I want to know what's the long-term impact United Way of Jamaica expects.
Okay. Before I even answer, I want to highlight that the courses are accredited. Also, the courses are free. So any teacher that benefits from the project, it is fully funded by United Way of Jamaica through our donors. The long-term set that we're looking for, youth development, it's one of our 4 pillars. And it's simple. If we want stronger readers tomorrow, I said it before, we have to invest in teachers shaping young minds today. And at United Way of Jamaica, we are very focused on helping to bridge the gap that currently exists for language and literacy in our children. So this was our 3rd cohort, and we're looking to have cohort 4 next year. Hopefully we can have, we already have existing partnership with the Ministry of Education, and we're looking to strengthen that and to have other donors come on board to aid us in expanding cohort 4 from 160 teachers to maybe 500 teachers.
And remind me again, for those teachers who want to get involved, who are part of the early childhood sector, how it is that they can get in touch with United Way of Jamaica to be a part of this.
Absolutely. So teachers can call directly. Our phone number is 876-922-9424. And you can ask to speak with our project officer, or you can reach out to the Early Childhood Commission and ask them to add their names to the list of teachers that we will be requesting to participate in this project come next year, 2027. But you can always reach out directly. 876-922-9424. We also have an Instagram page. It's at United Way of Jamaica.
Thank you so much, Kerry Lee Lynch, Chief Executive Officer of United Way Jamaica, and of course Rosemary Clark Gray, the founder of Solid Beginnings Early Childhood Institution in Spalding, Clarendon. Thank you, ladies, for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you too for having us.
Indeed. All right, listeners, we are going for a break, and when we come back from this, we have another interview for you.
Rebuild with standards, rebuild with confidence. Test your blocks, concrete, cement, aggregates, and other building materials at the Bureau of Standards Jamaica. The BSJ, building a nation, test by test. The time by the BSJ is...
It's 8:32.
In minutes, you're covered with Scotia Protect. In minutes, you're covered with Scotia Protect. It's the best you can get, and you won't have to fret. Oh no, no long forms, no long waiting, just a few clicks, no time wasting. Get coverage for your home and auto, quick, no hesitating. With Scotia Protect.
Get home and auto insurance online in minutes with Scotia Protect, powered by GK Insurance. Visit scotiaprotect.com today. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Nationwide's World Cup Team Profile. Brought to you by the UDC, making development happen.
Ghana, the Black Stars, have appeared in the finals of the FIFA World Cup on 4 previous occasions: 2006, 2010, where they reached the quarterfinals, 2014, and 2022. They will make a 5th appearance of the upcoming tournament in 2026 and will represent one of Africa's best hopes. Ghana, the Black Stars, one of 48 countries, will be participating at the FIFA World Cup, and you can follow their progress right here on Nationwide 90 FM. We'll have live and extended coverage of the greatest show on earth.
That was Nationwide's World Cup Team Profile. Brought to you by the UDC, making development happen. The following is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
Madam Speaker, we are advancing bold child rehabilitation and social reintegration strategies. This is grounded in a more humane and forward-looking vision of justice by the administration. It recognizes that children in conflict with the law requires guidance, not punishment. These efforts, all listed above, are already showing measurable results, Madam Speaker. In 2025, the recidivism rate declined from 41% to 27% for the first time in our history, reflecting meaningful progress in offender reintegration. For the first time in recent history, we are recording this kind of significant reduction.
That message was brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
The JTA Sagicor National Athletics Championships, Friday, June 26, Saturday, June 27 at 10 a.m.
Hi, I'm Shanoya Douglas, under 20 200-meter World Championship silver medalist, patron of this year's JTA Sagicor National Athletics Championships. Join me as we cheer on Jamaica's future stars.
Don't miss the excitement on the track, plus to heat things up even more, live entertainment by Lali. It all starts here.
See you there.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
We're back with you here on Nationwide this morning, the big show, the best show right here on Nationwide 90 FM. Of course, if you're still with us, we are changing gears. Price Smart has become a household name for many Jamaicans, known for offering quality products and value to its members. Today, we're excited to share some big news from the company. Join us to tell us more is Country Marketing Manager for Price Smart, Miss Stacey Holness. Good morning to you, Stacey Holness.
Great morning, Sandre. How are you?
I'm good. Now, I don't want to break the news. I'm going to allow you to break the news. What is the exciting news that you're here to share with us this morning, Stacey?
Oh, my Lord. As you know, Price Smart is always about bigger, better values that we always want to bring to our Jamaican market. So this morning, we're here to share that since we've been a part of Jamaica since 2003, and over the past 2 decades, we have built a strong relationship with the Jamaican household and businesses. And today, we're proud to take a major step forward where we're opening our newest club in Montego Bay.
What?
A milestone that allows us to bring the full Price Smart experience to the western region of Jamaica for the very first time.
Wait, Stacey. Where in Montego Bay is this new Price Smart going to be?
Okay, we are located at Lot C, part of Ironshore in St. James. We are right on the Ironshore Strip.
That's interesting. That is interesting. I really want to know though, why not another city? Why Montego Bay? Why was this the right choice for Price Smart at this time?
Well, the decision was very strategic. Montego Bay is Jamaica's second largest urban center and the island's primary tourist hub. It has a strong, growing population, a highly active business community, and it serves an economic engine for the entire western corridor. And yet members in this region had to travel significant distance, reaching existing clubs in Kingston and Portmore. So the gap had both challenges for our members and a clear opportunity for us.
Yeah.
This club positions Price Smart to serve not only families but also hotels, restaurants, and business in Jamaica, thriving tourism industry.
Ms. Holness, Robian here. What's the scale? Greetings, good morning to you. What's the scale of this club? Give us a sense of the size, because I thought Kingston was big. Portmore is big.
Yeah.
Tell us about Montego Bay.
The total square feet is over 67,000 feet. The sales worth over 43,500 square feet. And we're looking at parking spaces of approximately 277 spaces.
Wow.
That's some space.
It's highly accessible. It's a highly accessible location positioned along major roadways with excellent connectivity to the city and the surrounding western communities. It also has a close proximity to the Montego Bay Free Zone and the Sangsters International Airport. The area is a key location for the club.
And what will members really find when they walk through the doors of this new club?
Oh, Lord, that is always a big question that we always get from our members. It is the same existing experience that we give in Kingston and Portmore that the members will experience. The offerings will be exceptional. From the click and go access that we have in Portmore, from shopping online to our Price Smart app at www.pricesmart.com. We do home deliveries. We're bringing orders straight to your door. Members will receive pick-up location map, WhatsApp updates, push notification, orders confirmation emails, and our whole experience is designed to be seamless and efficient from start to finish.
Love
Plus,
that.
our platinum members will also be able to redeem their reward points at this club.
So it's interconnected then, if you have your membership in Kingston, you can just pop by the Montego Bay branch now.
Your membership with Price Smart is international. It's not just local.
Yes, I think I've heard that before. But beyond commerce, Stacey, what does this club mean for the people of Montego Bay and Western Jamaica?
Well, so for the impact that it will bring, it will go beyond retail. The opening created approximately 180 direct job opportunities across the region, and majority of which will be still local. Will fill through local recruitment in Montego Bay and the Western region. So during construction, we have approximately 150 workers, which were also employed. Through the Price Smart Foundation, we support education through workforce readiness and entrepreneurship in partnership with the local NGOs.
And Stacey, do tell us. I'm not trying to remember if you did, but when will the doors open?
Oh Lord, our doors are opening very soon. So keep pace. We have our sales team on the ground where they can sign up with the sales team where they get 2 months free. So basically, you can shop with that membership at any of our locations, as well as at our bakery at the Bogue location in Montego Bay right now. They can come on down to the bakery, sign up for their membership, and start accessing the great values and benefits that we have here at Price Mart.
Okay, so to close, what message do you have for future members in Western Jamaica that are listening right now to you?
Sign up now. The time is now. So as the doors open, you can hit the sales floor running with those trolleys and experience the Price Smart experience that everyone is keep on talking about.
All right, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Stacey Holness, Country Marketing Manager for Price Smart.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that's it for this interview. And of course, you heard it, Montego Bay Price Smart is coming to you. And Stacey Holness told you that you need to sign up now because very soon the doors will be open. And that sounds like a big space, you know?
Yeah, very big. I mean, I've been
70 plus parking, yeah.
I'm a Price Smart card holder. I've been to the Kingston. I've been to the Portmore. Frankly, I think Portmore is the better of both. But, you know, people would disagree. I find people leave Kingston. I find people leave Kingston to go to Portmore Price Smart. Yeah. Somebody in the chat says, nice, was waiting for this in Montego Bay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good look. It's a good look.
All right, listeners, we're going to take a break. After this, we'll have your birthdays.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
8:43.
Isn't that where we're meant to?
Where do you go down to need my love, baby? Why can't you come on and let us play? When are you going to come my way? What sort of things they've been telling you? I got to stop them from compelling you, girl. They just won't stop me from getting you. Give me a try, 'cause I know that it will be great. Be your mind, don't deny. True love never dies, only creates. I'm gonna take you right there. Love for a lifetime. I'm gonna make your life so clear, girl. Gonna make you mine. I'm gonna take you right there. Love for a lifetime. I'm gonna make your life so clear. Gonna make you mine. Tell no lies, don't you cry, no goodbye. Just won't work. Stars in the sky, love so nice, look in your eyes, girl. So much you worth. I'm not stupid, I'm not a fool. Know what I'm doing. I'm into school. Keep a firm grip on what you are. More let me give you some love and affection. You got my attention. You need no correction. Major poor blessings in your direction. You got my attention.
We're going to start this off with happy wedding anniversary greetings to my favorite couple, Tiffany Amos and her husband. I'm reading greetings, people. Together, you've crafted a beautiful tapestry of love and support. May your bond continue to grow stronger with each passing year. From Kim and Nats. Thank you. So happy anniversary to you, Tiffany Amos and husband. You know, we are wishing you a very, very special day.
The JSIF team is sending VIP birthday greetings to another JSIF June gem. That's Mrs. Danielle Barton. She celebrates her birthday today. the 26th. That's JSIF. It's
Yeah.
coming from your JSIF family.
Yeah.
Mrs. Danielle Barton. Blessings and big of yourself on your Earth Strong. Natalie Heron, NCB Halfway Tree.
VVIB from daughters Danny, Tristan, husband Len, and the family, all the family. Robian, very important birthday. Natalie Heron, wishing her a very, very happy birthday.
You're coming stronger at. All right, over on our Facebook, Fiona Carr, wishing you happy birthday. Claudia Hutchinson, Sadiq Mahaber, Carrie Ann Davis, happy birthday to you.
Tremaine Gordon, it's your birthday. A very special happy birthday to you. Sunny Zhang, it is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Carrion Davis, a very happy birthday to you. And Melly Mel Scott, it is your birthday. Very, very special happy birthday to you.
Also sending happy birthday greetings to Mr. Percival Jerome Patterson in Mabay and Negril, Miss Nadine McFarlane in Sav, Mr. Clive Powell, the Coroner's Court in Kingston, Miss Maria Powell in Green Island. A lot of birthdays.
Yeah.
Mrs. Judith Scarlett Bailey in Wakefield. Happy birthday to you. You're celebrating your birthday. Blessings on this special one. This is Mrs. Ambrosine Johnson in St. Anne. Blessings on your special day. I hope and pray you live to see very, very more. We have a big one, Jermaine says. We have a big one. Joan Forrest Henry, our former general manager. Her birthday is today, Jermaine.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yo, I love Miss Joan Forrest Henry. I love her. Yeah.
Very special happy birthday.
It's a big birthday. It's a big birthday. It's a big deal.
VVIB, because it's your birthday. Paulette Gowie in the chat is saying happy birthday to my grandson Caleb Gowie. A very special happy birthday to you, Caleb. Wishing you many, many, many more years. Are we finished with our list on WhatsApp?
I think Mr. Hector Callum in Mabay celebrating his birthday. Miss Tiffany Morrison also in Mabay, and Trelawney Constable Abijah Rowe in Kingston. Happy birthday to you. Dwayne and Dwight Miles at Seton Crescent in Sav. This is Mr. Hewlett Lewis at a groundsman at Falmouth Station. Happy birthday to you. And Sergeant, it's coming
from Sergeant Wayne Wallace. Yes, the chairman, president, and CEO of the birthday club, Sir Wayne Wallace there. I see another one in this chat. Birthday greetings to Paul Bailey over there.
I'm a Superman, thanks to Lois Lane. It's the way my problems when I went insane took me from the depths.
You know how it is. I'm squeezing this one in for Vivacious Verlene Hall Smith, 3051, saying belated birthday greetings. Caroline Lane celebrated her birthday yesterday, the 25th. You know, I thought the 25th was today, actually. The Wesleyan Holiness Church family joins in wishing you a wonderful year ahead filled with God's blessings. So Caroline Lane, the Wesleyan Holiness Church is wishing you a very, very, very special happy birthday.
Jermaine, I think the people need a pull up.
Yeah, I gave him this one this morning, you know. Yeah, I normally give him the songs that he has to. Yeah.
I'm a Superman, thanks to Lois Lane.
I'm a Superman this morning because of my friend's shirt.
I see.
When I lost my name.
Big up Annie Smith, I see you in the chat. Good morning to you.
Something I could live for. Now everyone is wondering what's the change. They don't recognize I have so much to say. And I never thought someone could love someone so much that they'd give up on everything. I know I will be there when you need me. I will be there when you cry, baby. I will be there when you need someone to tell you that you're beautiful, baby. I will be there when you need someone to run with. I will be there when you need someone to dance with. I'm your lover till the sky is turn gray, girl.
The reality is, on Nationwide this morning, this song speaks to our relationship with the listeners.
It does?
Yeah. We will be there with you. The big show, we'll always be there with you. When you need someone to laugh with, to cry with, to talk. Yeah. I don't know why Robin is trying to hitch on, you know, because she's supporting Argentina. But what we'll say is,
it has to go back to France, eh? You have to just plug it, right? You have to just plug it. At 2 p.m. The match is at 2?
The match is at 2.
Well, let's wait until 2, right?
No, we don't have any patience when victory is assured.
Big tune. Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling. Lighter!
Closer than my peeps, you are to me, baby. Shorty, you're my angel, you're my darling.
I don't know who my angel is this morning, but if you're out there listening, I helped Shaggy to write this one for you.
Careful now.
Yeah, I use my pen. I didn't sing any of it, but
you can't sing.
I didn't sing any of it.
She was there through my incarceration. I wanna show the nation my appreciation.
Girl, you're mine.
Sing it.
You're my darling.
Sing a song.
Closer than my peeps.
I wrote it.
Just sing a piece, one little piece.
Baby, shorty, you're my angel.
Lip sync.
You're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend when I'm in need. Lady.
Somebody said, Robbie, remember we're battling the mayor. That's on pause, cause World Cup a keep, right? That's on pause.
You know, I don't know what's happening.
I love this one and I love this one. Marty Moore.
Your love struck me down lightning, thunder in my soul, baby. My heart beats for you only. Every word is true. I'm in love with you.
I don't know who I'm singing to this morning. But you know what? You guys are enjoying the music too much. This is where we rap, Mr. King.
Let it play a little bit.
This is where we rap. I'm going to let it go to the
lyrics.
Girl, my love grows stronger each day, baby, please. Don't hurt me just because you know I forgive. Girl, my love grows stronger each day, baby, please. Don't hurt
Somebody said, I thought George had waved the white flag on that one.
But we're waving a different flag this morning, if you can see in the chat.
Hold me until we die. We're together.
We're going to hold this France flag until. But that's all the time we have this morning. Take me down, Sir King, for our program right here nationwide this morning. It's the big show. It's a Friday morning. It has been an amazing show. It has been an amazing set of listeners and YouTubers. Love hearing from you and seeing you comment in the chat. Of course, big up our super editor Kimon Thompson, our super producer Michelle McCrae Smith, and of course the musical maestro. He got the song choices right this morning, Mr. Jermaine King. You know how it is. Wishing you a brilliant day, an amazing weekend. I'm Sondre Roden.
And I'm Robian Williams.
Good morning.
Last night your eyes were telling me what words could never say.
You've just heard Nationwide this morning on Nationwide 90 FM.
Time to get away, it's a way for your heart. And I know just how you feel. Your dreams are real, and I would never hold you against your will. And so I will wait for you, just as long as you want me to.
It's time for Hot Listings, Nationwide 90 FM's on-air classifieds, made for quick ads and fast results.
Escape to a stylish one-bedroom retreat in the heart of Kingston. This modern suite offers comfort, tranquility, and 24/7 security. Enjoy premium amenities including a swimming pool, rooftop lounge with panoramic city views, and ample parking. Located 30 minutes from the Norman Manley Airport and major attractions. Call us today at 876-796-9744 or visit us on Instagram at charmingsuite_Airbnb for booking details. Start planning your perfect getaway today. Choose the Charming Suites at the Vineyards.
That was Hot Listings on Nationwide 90 FM. Listings start as low as $1,500. Call 876-630-1210 to book yours today.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM.
Your taxes hold the key.
Paying for your police records is now easier. Simply log on to the TAJ website at jamaicatax.gov.jm or download the TAJ mobile app from the Google Play Store. This is for Android users only. Select the option for police record payment and follow the instructions. Customers are required to make payments using a credit card or debit card with credit card features.